welcome to this week's Battle of the Sexes. It's your girl, Candidly V here, and we're back with another one. And I see the guys already trying to come for me in the chat, whatever. Whatever. Guys, it has been a weekend for me, okay? But I'm here. How's everybody in the house? Let me just pull it up real quick. Pull up the chat. I'm so tired, y'all. But we're gonna get through it. Tonight's conversation is gonna be really, really interesting. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Oh. Thank you, Harrison. Thank you. Thank you, Mia, for sharing me out, sis. I really, really appreciate you. Y'all already know, we'll always have so much to say, guys. Let me drop the chat for my wonderful panel members. Tonight's going to be interesting. I'm intrigued to see everybody's thoughts on this topic for tonight. I tried to find the original interview and I couldn't find it. So that's where we're at. Hey, Bernie. Hey, Dre. I'm good, guys. I am good. Whenever my panel's ready, if you want to click on the link, please feel free to go and click on the link. Get this night on and popping. Finally. Thank you, Nita, for sharing me out, sis. I appreciate you, girl. Who is this? Who is my first? Dre. Hi, Dre.
What up, Smith? How you doing?
I would like to say that I believe that you actually jinxed me today. I was determined. I spoke to Nita earlier today, and I said to Nita, I'm going to be early. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on early today.
Watch how I play this, right? You see how you women can't accept responsibility for your own actions?
That is your fault. You're the reason, Dre. It's all your fault.
Thank you, Mia. I appreciate that. Thank you. Get it, bro. Get it.
You know what I thought about doing, Dre? You know what I thought about doing, Dre? I thought about waiting an extra 5 minutes, click on the link so I can make a grand entrance like her.
We should have.
You're not female.
Next week.
No, you can't make a grand entrance like me. Man, whatever. Dre jinxed me because early. I said I was determined to be early just to show Dre something. Like, damn, she came on early today. Hey,
what y'all not about to do is come for my girl.
We coming for you too. Where were you?
Okay, tell them.
Tell them. That's what's not going to happen today.
No, we're not coming for that's her. We're coming for you too. Where were you? You weren't on time either.
You're not going to come for her. You're not about to come for my girl.
Thank you.
All right. What up, Logic?
You, sis.
Period.
Logic, I was here. Clicked on the link. Come on.
Where was I? Where were you?
Click on the link, Logic.
I was the first comment.
Yeah, he was the very first comment.
That's because you don't have no life.
Point.
I sure don't.
That's why.
I don't.
You don't have a life. You can be the first one to comment.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll accept that.
Hey.
I don't have a life.
And why women don't want to take responsibility for their actions? I heard you say, you think I didn't hear you because you don't want her, but I was her. And what you're not gonna do is come for her. Oh,
did he just come on?
My boy.
Did he just come off camera?
You know what?
Tasty y'all medicine.
You know what? I'm about to go get something. I'm gonna be right back.
I know she's gonna get
right back.
Watch her get some batteries.
This is what we're not about to
Yeah,
do.
she
You ain't
gonna get
about
it.
to
I
sit
know. She gonna get
in the
battery.
chat and not click the link. Come on, Logic. We're waiting on you.
Nah, we was waiting on you. Don't put that on him.
We're waiting on Logic. As you can see, we're all here. Real, you want to come to me today? Try me.
Not at all. Not at all.
Dre,
Not today.
Yeah.
Not today.
I bought you something.
What are you watching?
I bought you something.
She bought you some AA batteries
What you buy me?
or some AAA batteries.
I know. I know it's batteries. I know it's batteries.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, if you think it's batteries, then it's batteries. You since me showing them.
It's batteries, right?
You think
I
it's
don't think
batteries,
she
then
does
it's
have
batteries.
He wants it to be batteries.
That's what
Yeah,
it
you
is.
do.
I
It's
think it's what
okay.
it is too, bro.
It's okay. Your charger, your battery
I
charger
told
Ah,
says that
you.
he's
I told you.
it's not even
heading
like Duracell,
big.
Rayovac, really? It's not even the
Uh,
good kind.
She's telling you how much she think you worth. That's what it is.
That's what she said. And that's at like the Dollar
No,
Tree
I'm
brand.
telling you, with this battery,
Yep.
that's how much charge they give you. Okay, because they only give you a little bit.
Nita, it's
What?
okay. That they're just warming up. They're getting antsy because their battery charger is going to their computer right now.
Okay. But we can be on time to your show.
Look at him being silent.
But we can be on time. To your show.
Guys,
You know,
let's get started. Okay, so
I bought 3 batteries.
3?
Okay,
3?
they're all full. When you
One for
start
each
talking
of
your
them.
shit, I'm gonna take one. Start talking some more shit. I'm gonna take another until you have no more battery left, and you're gonna be on silent. Okay.
All right.
Right?
All right.
I think I have that button somewhere on here where I can put
Oh,
it.
wow.
You know what
Wow.
I'm saying, girl? Get them, sus.
They like their men
Okay.
silent and weak.
Yeah.
No, I like them nice and strong, like these batteries. Okay, that I'm gonna put in your back for now. Okay.
Look, I'm filled with margaritas
Yeah.
right now. Don't test me. So, guys, okay, so tonight's topic of discussion is how wonderful Logic to join us just as I was in the middle of a conversation, just about to. Are you clothed? Oh, does he have a shirt on? I can't even see. Oh, he's got a shirt on. How nice of you to be dressed today, sir. Hi, Logic. How wonderful of you to join the stream late yet again, but always here.
Are you?
You don't have on a
I'm
hat
done.
today.
I'm done.
That's
Wearing
what's
black.
different. Because I'm looking at you. I'm like, you look different.
No hat.
You don't have on a hat.
Wearing black today.
I'm
I don't know
trying
what's
to.
going on with
I'm going
Logic. Maybe he's going through something.
I'm trying to be Black Power.
With you.
Are you growing your hair out?
Yes. No, fuck the waves. No more waves.
Okay.
Black Power.
COVID.
You look.
Yeah.
You
Straight
look.
up.
You look.
Wakanda
Look,
I love
forever.
it.
That's what this show about, taking shots at Logic. Or we gonna talk about goddamn motherfucking put some pussy on the schedule.
Oh, the charger
I'm
is
really
fully
trying to give you a
charged.
compliment.
The charger is fully charged, guys. Okay. So tonight's topic of discussion, there has been a lot of scrutiny given to Tia Mowry this last week or so because she went on a podcast and stated that she scheduled sex with her partner, with her spouse. There's a lot of men that take issue with it. There's men that actually understand it. So we're going to discuss it today to see what my wonderful panel members and everybody in the chat, what you guys all think about scheduling sex with your spouse. Is it okay to do, and what are the reasons for it or against it? So, who would like to start the conversation tonight? Any takers?
Right.
The
Well, how
men have
about you
gone
guys? Like, so
silent. Look
it
at
was
them.
it was a lady. It was a lady who was on the interview, and she was sharing her position. Do you guys agree with her position?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I agree too. All right. My only concern is this. Like, is it like so strict that if I want it outside of those hours, I can't get it, or that scheduled time, I can't get it. So let's say if we schedule Tuesday, Friday, and Sundays, but like I'm feeling my wife on a Wednesday, and I want to feel on my wife on a Wednesday. Can I get it on a Wednesday too, or she's gonna be like, nah, it's not Thursday, you can't get it, or you're gonna have to
No,
wait.
she's just making sure that the thing is, okay, so I agree with what you're saying, Dre. I think
Mhm.
that it's good that you can schedule it, right? However, I believe that if there's some kind of spontaneity to it too, is also great. So just because it's Wednesday and usually it's scheduled on a Saturday, does not Wednesday. I think it was just her way of making sure that her husband definitely gets something and is satisfied, or
Mm.
they're both satisfied, should be said. So I don't believe there's anything wrong with, or we don't know what their schedule is. Maybe their schedule is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Or we don't know how many days out of the week. We just know that it's scheduled.
I,
So
yeah,
do you
I
take
can.
issue with it being scheduled?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't take a issue with it being scheduled, especially if it's guaranteed to happen. So my only issue is, let's say if it's scheduled to be on a Friday, right? And Thursday, we make love, and then Friday comes. I'm expecting for it to happen on the scheduled day also. Like,
No.
don't tell me it's not going to happen because we did it yesterday. Yesterday
But
was
what if she's
bonus.
not feeling it?
No, no, no. We made the schedule on
Yeah.
Friday. All right, on Friday. Like, I don't care what
Oh
happened yesterday.
wow.
Yesterday was a bonus. Today's
Well,
Friday.
my quick question is that this: if you're scheduling sex with a person that you supposed to love or whatever, when I thought of sex, and ever since my first time with that magical moment, it always been a spontaneous. It just something just occurred. I mean, and if you trying to schedule something like that, that means it's some issues. Either somebody stepping out, somebody don't want to be there. You got to make sure it want to happen. And only way that I say that is, oh shit, intrigued by me. I love her. She'll never come up here. No, but I love her. And you got to take it down because she's blocking my face. But the thing
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the only way I would say a schedule of sex would be something if you was trying to have a kid. So you wanted, I mean, like a doctor said, hey, look, you need to make sure you have sex this many times or that many times. But I don't know, like what people in relationships that have problems that need to schedule sex. Like, I mean, what earth are we on? You know what I'm saying? Your dick get hard, your pussy get wet, you do the natural thing. You know what I'm saying? You fuck. Excuse my language, but you know what I'm saying? That is what it is. All right, I digress.
but okay. Hold on. Let me actually need to back to the stream. Okay, there we go. Okay, I see what you're saying, logic, but it's not that you just schedule it because the doctor tells you to. Uh,
Uh,
and plus, when you do it that way, I actually think there's a lot more pressure and it's a lot less that you'll be likely to
No,
conceive
that
because
was
of
the
the woman's
example.
not comfortable. She's
Example
not.
of making sense of a schedule. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to like, you know what I'm saying, maximize sperm cell, I don't know. I'm just saying I can't see a reason why somebody would have to schedule a spontaneous act.
I could. This is guaranteed. It's gonna happen this night. I want it tonight. Give it to me. Like, I'll take the schedule. Just don't, like, if I want it another time. If you want it outside of the schedule, we can do it. You know, but just know I have a schedule. Like, let's maintain that. You're on mute.
Oh, we can't hear you. Real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all hear me? Okay. Now, I think V muted me because I didn't mute nothing.
I wish I didn't. I didn't.
Start
I didn't.
talking. Oh
I
my
swear.
God.
He's
It's on
blaming
you.
me.
Yeah.
Go ahead, real. What's your thoughts?
Hey, you muted again, real.
Y'all hear me?
That ain't me. You see, my hands are here. I ain't touched nothing.
You hear me?
I
Yeah.
like it better.
Now we can. He's
I think it's
himself.
the wire. It's your wire.
Yeah, it's my
Give
wire.
a
You hear
shot.
me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Make sure. Hey, if I go out again, y'all let me know. If my woman is making spaghetti in the kitchen and I want it right then and there, I'm sliding in right then and there. I don't believe in no scheduling nothing. So I'm just saying, if I want it right then and she wants it, hey, we gonna do it right then and there. I don't believe in all that. I'm not finna schedule nothing with my own. I gotta make an appointment with my own woman. Nah, I'm good. I'm just saying.
It's not an appointment.
No, I said
I
anything
don't know.
about making
Is it an appointment or is it
If
just scheduled?
anything, it's
So I
right.
think
And that's the
you
thing.
guys
It
are
doesn't
hearing it
mean that
like,
it's a certain time.
yeah, it's like you guys meeting at the beginning of the week and you're planning a week and say, okay, so I am free on this specific day. Are you free? You're not free. Okay. Let's see what day. That's not what it's. That's not how it looks. That's not what it is.
If y'all sleeping in the same bed, she should be free every night. I'm just saying,
Exactly.
what is the? I mean, it's like I'm sleeping in the bed with you. Oh, but we can't fuck because tonight is not the scheduled night. Or can we fuck?
So
Or
that,
throw the whole schedule out the window.
Yes, you
no, that's why I'm with
can.
you. I'm
If
with you
you're
on that
feeling
logic.
it, you can.
So
No,
my thing is,
go on, Nita.
for an example, when I start talking, he leaves. See how that's why I don't like you.
He's
Real
scared.
talk.
He's scared of you.
So, for example, I have a busy life, and so does I said I'm just using this as an example. I said I have a busy life, and so does my partner have a busy life. Monday through Friday, we are busy with work, kids, household, paying bills, running a house, okay, doing all this and third. The only free day that we would have would be on a Saturday. And that's not to say that we can't do it throughout the week. It's just throughout the week, we got stuff to do. Not saying that, hey, maybe we can just slide on in here, maybe on a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Monday. Not saying that none of those, or on a Sunday, not saying that none of those days are cut off. But we know that on Saturday, at least Saturday morning, we can do something because we're going to be busy later on Saturday day with whatever free time or whatever stuff we have to do for the household. Okay, so like here we go with this word. The word scheduling sounds like just like the word independent sounds like but the word schedule makes it seem like, oh, if I want it, I should get it right now. I shouldn't have to wait for nobody. If she's making spaghetti, which I think that was dumb to say, but if she's making spaghetti, if I want to slide in right there, first of all, that's selfish as fuck for you to say, because how are you going to say you're going to slide in while she's making spaghetti? She's going to make food burn because you want to fuck. She's going to throw all this food away.
There's takeout.
That's selfish.
But there's takeout.
Yeah, y'all be thinking about yourselves.
Don't you think they take?
Let it burn.
She let it burn.
Yeah.
So we're gonna waste money now. We're wasting money because we're gonna have okay.
What? Wait, so you never been cooking. You never been cooking, and a nigga ran up behind you.
And I said we can wait.
The fuck?
Right, till after I finish cooking.
Y'all not that hard up. First of all, let's make realistic situations, because y'all keep throwing out these unrealistic scenarios. Like y'all just been this what's gonna happen in an everyday, scenario that this is gonna happen. She's cooking and she looking real sexy while she cook. While she frying fucking chicken, maybe. And let me just slide up in here.
This is you speaking on. I mean, and I can speak personal, right? I didn't goddamn gave motherfucking the business so many times in the kitchen. It's ridiculous. And then, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
pretty normal. I'm just saying.
Spontaneous. I looked at it, I said, damn, you know what I'm saying? The shit smelling good or whatever. I ain't gonna let her burn down the house. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna find my moment to goddamn get what I want to get. And then
And
you know
that's not
what?
the
You know what I'm saying?
moment necessarily.
She's
Say it
cooking
again.
for
That's
you
not the moment
and everybody else in
necessarily.
the house. She's already on the schedule because she has to cook and have dinner being made at a certain time, especially if she got kids. You mean to tell me we're going to put this to the side for about 10, 15 minutes so y'all can just
Oh no,
get it in?
don't say 10, 15 minutes because men ain't quick with it, okay?
Some
They
men,
apparently
some
can
men,
last a long
some,
time. So, men
some.
want like 30, 40, 50 minutes apparently in order for
So,
them
Hey,
to
she
Well, we
didn't
got
complete
to
the
say.
put the
Hey,
show,
Dre, she didn't say
schedule.
you
in order
then
for them
today.
to
We got
oh,
last.
the
she
house
gave
go
right.
behind on the schedule that the house schedule's already on. Got to have these kids to bed at a certain time. All y'all here got kids on the panel. Y'all mean to tell me y'all can interrupt all of that for an hour, let's say, because y'all, you're not Minutemen. Let's say for an hour this because you feeling whatever right now. No regard for how she's feeling, what she got going on.
We
Oh,
Or
go
the
ahead. I'm
kids
sorry.
that
Go ahead.
need
Rick.
to eat.
we didn't say
What the
that.
kids that
For
need to eat.
one, I didn't say. I'm just saying. Look, here's the thing with the scheduling. What if we scheduled for today's Sunday? We scheduled for Tuesday. I so happen to be sick. I got corona or some shit on the Tuesday, right?
Okay, well
So
then
we
get
can't
her
even
on
have sex. So I just
Tuesday.
missed out on that day and got to go wait again till Friday or
Absolutely.
Saturday, the next scheduled day. Come on now.
We're gonna wait till you get
And I
better.
think that's
Right.
where my concern is also. My concern is like if it's scheduled, is that schedule so stringent that it can't happen on any other day? Now I
Well,
agree
it
with
can't be
Shanita
because women have
where
cycles
like
too. So you're going to miss out 1 week.
true.
Right.
But here's the thing also, like we live in a time where
No, I ain't. No, I ain't. It's a whole bunch. Look, shit, hey, you better use your mind and your imagination. I ain't missing out on nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Shit.
sound so
Yes, you are.
selfish right now.
Hey,
My
If I
God.
can't get none, neither can
ain't gotta
you.
be yeah, because you bleed
That
on
part. I want penetration. I don't want to suck you off.
is more than sex than goddamn
Right.
just
so
yo, hey, look.
I
But
don't
where's
know.
the fun
I
in
don't
that for
know.
us?
I
Wait,
can't
hold
really
on.
align with that.
What,
The
what am I
Hold
missing
on.
out of
body
Where is
works a
concerning
little
you?
bit
where
differently.
is
Like
the fun?
when you guys on
Right. Where's the
your
fun in
cycle,
that
it's
for
more
us?
than just bleeding. Like
Right.
there's cramping, there's headaches. One thing I'll never do is force my wife to do anything sexually if they're going through that whole week process
I
because
mean,
then
I get it because I sure don't either. But there's some women out there by experience,
who
like
would.
they want to have sex while they on their period. So it'd be like that too.
I don't know, but I thought I mean, maybe I'm dealing with different women though, but I thought they be horny when they be on their period. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Not,
I mean, some of us are, and
Sometimes.
we are sometimes,
Because we
depending
know
on
we
the
can't get it.
type of
That's why.
period.
Or
Right.
yeah.
it's the best time.
And depending on the period, sometimes we're not horny. Sometimes
Hey, look, I don't know what world y'all living in, man. I don't know. But look, check this out. When it come down to sex,
We're women.
look,
We're living in our world.
hey, when it come down to sex, is this. It's happiness. There's no way I'm gonna lay in the bed next to a woman, especially if she's my so-called wife. This person y'all talk about married, right? My wife, I'm laying next to her, and then we laying next to each other every night. But I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my clock and say, okay, I gotta wait till Saturday. Gotta wait till Saturday. Gotta wait till Saturday. Something wrong with that relationship. It's more to that. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
No, but that's not why they have it scheduled though.
No.
The reason why they have it scheduled is because they don't have a lot of time during the week because they're both so busy and they don't
Right.
want to ignore each other's needs because they're so busy.
Right.
So what they do is they
Exactly.
have that. They're not saying, we are only having sex on these days and this time. They're saying if nothing else, if everything else, the world crashes and we're so busy and we can't spontaneously do it because our schedules don't overlap in a way that we can, let's make sure that our schedules align with this specific day, this specific time, and this so that we can have this specific moment, no matter what's happening. I think that's the
Talking to
situation.
most of the world though, if you're talking to most of the world ain't like these celebrities that I got a show in this state.
Well, no, but that's not. No,
You know
it
what I'm
is.
saying?
So we live in a world today where both.
America, you know what I'm saying? Men and women sleep together daily. So I'm just trying to figure out if I'm sleeping together with this person daily, then what's the purpose of that? But for the instance, you say your example, if she's out of town and I'm here, then Saturday we gonna schedule this time to do that. But you're talking about a small percentage. That's a small percentage.
No, it's not
What's
though,
a small
because there's a lot of
percentage?
homes. There's a lot of homes where the woman and the man, the husband and the wife, are working very long hours just to make ends meet. All right, and then we live in a world where everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Everybody wants to do the 9 to 5 and have side hustles. All right.
Yeah.
So
You work
not
hard,
everybody's doing that.
but you make sure
Everybody's doing that.
that you eat, you drink, and you have sex. That's life.
No, well,
You know what I'm
that's
saying? No matter
What they're doing, you're right.
What
You're right.
about
where the
intimacy?
schedule
it's
comes in.
necessity.
That's where the schedule comes in, Logic.
No,
That's where the schedule comes in. So she's making sure that you still get what you need.
No, when you eat, you eat. Especially when you busy like that, you eat when you're hungry. You eat
But
when
most
you're
people schedule what they eat. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's the
Yeah.
schedule.
But if you so busy, I'm not gonna eat breakfast at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna eat when I can. I'm not gonna eat dinner at this time. I'm gonna eat when I can. So it's the same thing. If I fit 3 meals a day, then why do I have to struggle to fix sex? It's spontaneous. If you want it, you'll do it.
But here's the thing:
Okay,
most
but
people
another thing about
they're eating while they're working, and that's the
right,
thing. You
eating
know,
on
you're not having sex while you're working. All right, and most people, not most people, let's say they're working, right? They're going to eat about the time they usually eat. So if I'm at work, right, I'm gonna have breakfast in the morning while I do my work, and if I still got work to do, about 12 o'clock, I'm gonna eat my lunch while I'm doing my work, and if I'm still at work at like 5 o'clock, 5:30, I'm gonna have some dinner while I do my work. It's still somewhat scheduled. The time is still there. The time is around that time. So
But my thing is, they're not even saying that it needs to be a certain time of day. We're just talking about, okay, we just on Wednesdays or whatever. That's our freaky dicky day. Maybe that's the time when y'all have a babysitter. Maybe that's the time when the kids are busy. Oh wait, who knows what
Hold on,
happens
we
on that
can't hear
day?
you. When
But
you
we just
touching your
making
phone like that, we can never hear
yeah,
you.
we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. As soon as
You
you
can?
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm saying we don't know, like
why
it's not
you so hard
necessarily
to
at a
sex
certain
though?
time on a certain day. Okay. Sometimes maybe Wednesday nights are great for us because the kids are gone to grandma's for the day or the week or whatever. So we can have the amount of fun that we need to have. We don't know what the situation is, but like Dre said, sometimes people are just busy. So would you rather that you don't schedule it, you just get it in when you can get it in, even though you both have extremely busy schedules, which means most weeks you probably are going to go without because
But
no one
like
is really
you
making that
still
extra effort to
you
make
still
sure that that
talking
is
about.
taken care of.
I understand what you're saying, but you're talking about two adults that's sleeping in the same bed.
Who's saying they're sleeping in the same bed? That's where you're getting mixed up at. So I
No.
made this comment, and this
Okay.
is where I'm coming from. Because
You go.
the
Wait.
people, you're talking about millionaires.
You need
You're
wait.
talking about millionaires.
Water or something? Because you coming up here hot.
Listen, give me one because Logic ain't been reading my comments, so that's why I come up here. So
Great.
don't listen. You know I'm gonna keep going and going and going.
Girl, I was trying to read your comment, but they wouldn't stop talking.
So this is where I think Logic and some other people may be getting confused at. Okay, we're talking about millionaires whose life schedule, I'm sure, is a much different from ours. Okay,
Big KI, what's up, homie?
so
My bad. Go ahead, Mo.
people may be traveling, so they gone from the house for 3 days, trying to shoot this for that, or trying to shoot this for that. You never know what they may be doing, so they may not even see each other for 3 or 4 days out the week.
Hold on, Mo.
Because they're working and doing stuff.
Yes.
Mo. So hold on. Let me ask people on the panel. How many of you 6, including me, are millionaires?
Exactly.
And that's where I
Oh, okay.
But I am in my mind.
This is crazy. This is what
And
gets
I'm
me.
working towards being a millionaire, so I'm working like I'm a
And
millionaire. So
honestly,
that's
my
why
life, I work
I'm
Amen.
like I am.
Real quick. This is what get me about these conversations. Mo, I specifically stated that during this conversation, I said when you're talking about is you got somebody that's traveling, all the time, and then they have a certain date that they schedule to be with each other, then that makes sense. But how many, if we're talking about the general population, the consensus would be if you're married, you sleep with your wife. Correct?
It depends on your job. What if you work days and she works nights?
I can't hear you. I couldn't hear you.
What if she works day and he works nights?
Okay, yes. You got an issue, but you're creating scenarios because most couples works days. So most of these schedules y'all talking about, I'm not talking about no celebrities. You know what I'm saying? We talking about
second shift, but okay.
Most people. If you want to talk about the celebrities, then you can go down that rabbit hole because guess what? You're talking about like 10% of the population. I want to talk about most people. And
So I think it's more than that because
I gave you an example of most people. Perfect example, and it's my example. I'm using me as an example. We don't schedule it most per se. We don't schedule it per se, but we just know that it happens.
She's on camera.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Right.
Okay, we get some face today.
Yes, we do. Okay, this is a hot topic. Okay, I'm ready to talk.
Look at Logic.
Okay, Logic.
Oh, I love it. Carry on, Logic.
I'm not talking about most couples. I'm not talking about millionaires. I'm talking about the most couples that you were just talking about, Logic. And like I said, I'm using my example, using myself as an example. I'm busy throughout the week, so is he is busy throughout the week. The only free day that we have is on a Saturday. That doesn't mean that we can't do anything on the other days. We didn't necessarily say it's scheduled, but this is how our life is.
Okay, I got ask you a quick question. Do y'all sleep in the bed together every night? I don't see why it's a schedule. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
if you want to stay a schedule, then it's scheduled. That doesn't take away from just because we're sleeping in the same bed every night. That doesn't take away from what we do. Take away from the sex because we're not so hard up for sex that we just need it. But we share intimacy throughout the week, so we're not so like about it. Do you know what intimacy is?
More than intimacy.
It's 7 days a week with a woman, right? And then we can take from our sleep to do any other things we want to do. Whether we want to get up early to get coffee, whether we want to get up early to make breakfast, we would take away from our sleep. So I'm saying to that woman, you telling me I'm not important enough if you get 8 hours of sleep. You telling me I'm not important enough to get one of them hours from you?
But what
so that would depend on you. Because every relationship and every person is different. Some people need sex. You're probably the type who needs sex. There are some other people who don't necessarily need sex.
What if the woman has migraines, stuff from migraines really bad, like I do? If the nigga don't understand that, then he got to go. If my husband didn't understand that, I'm just saying. I'm being honest.
Andrea, so scientifically speaking, orgasms help release.
Oh God, Jesus!
That is true.
I've been having migraines since I was 13, and they're bad.
Listen.
I'm just saying you got to understand the woman. And if you understand your woman, I'm not saying scheduling sex is okay. But look, if you got 2 kids in diapers and he working, you working, you taking care of the house, you have to schedule a little bit.
But back to the headache thing and the migraines. If my wife was to ever tell me that, I'm gonna let her know I got the remedy.
And the only remedy should be head, because that's the only way it's gonna remedy is some head. Because you're not about to do something else.
And if that's gonna fix the problem,
give her some head. Not you get head.
Ain't no recipient. Ain't none of that.
I heard correctly.
I'm just saying, look, I have migraines really bad. They're bad. Okay, they're bad. I might even have to go to the hospital. They so bad. So I'm just saying is if your spouse don't understand that, you're not the person for that person.
Andrea.
Watch this.
Andrea, hold on.
Yes.
Andrea.
All the time, right?
I'm right here.
Sometimes it takes time to have sex. It takes time to have sex, especially for women 30 years older. we're not always ready to go.
Yes.
It takes time to get us there. You want to just put it in there raw, like we just dripping wet, waiting for y'all
Hold
to come
on.
on.
And that really,
in a moment.
really is irritating when y'all do that mess. Let's
Yes.
be real honest. Let's talk about it, okay?
Mhm.
Stop
Time
being
out.
so
Y'all
damn
run up in
selfish.
Hold on. Whoa. Can I say
No,
something?
Selfish.
Go ahead,
You
real
too
talk.
old for
Let's
that
go,
shit.
real talk. You know how
I'm
you is.
trying. Shanita, be
Let's
quiet
real
for
talk,
1
have
second,
the
please,
right,
Shanita.
shall
Thank
we?
you.
You know what? No, because I've been wanting to come for your ass since last week.
Well, what's up?
So,
What's up? Come for me. What's up? What's up?
no, I'm not going to be quiet. Not today. What I'm saying is, y'all want to just run up in her raw and just stick it. They ain't trying to give her no time to get
Really?
lubricated. It takes time to have sex. Y'all talking
Who the
about
fuck does that?
spaghetti.
Hold on.
Okay, but
The
wait.
one
Let-
like, can I
Hold
just
on.
Okay, let real talk.
Andre.
What do you mean?
Yes,
Andre,
yes,
who
real
does
talk.
that?
Yes,
Real?
No more.
yes, real.
Shanita
wanna
won't
hear
be
what
quiet,
Real
so I
has
can't
to
get my
say.
thing. I can't get my statement out. Okay,
Okay.
now
Right,
Andrea.
though.
Yes, real.
Okay, much respect to I love Andrea, all right, but let me
Yeah.
say this:
Uh-huh.
I've been suffering from migraines since I was a teenager as well. Like I get bad migraines, and it feels like I just need to go to the hospital too. But it's never stopped me from having sex.
Well,
That really hurt.
your
That
body
helps a
is. You
lot.
a man. I'm a woman. My body different. I need to be in a dark room with the lights all off. Okay, that's what he would not do.
You're right.
Who the hell
You're
do
right.
he think
See,
he
Andrea,
is?
you're proving our point. You need to be
In a
in
dark room,
a dark
correct?
room,
Y'all don't
right,
understand the
with a
purpose
man
of sex.
to help
Y'all don't
alleviate
understand
that
the purpose of sex.
in a dark
For
room.
a man's body is geared to
Right.
want to always pump them out, right? Logic. That's the purpose of sex, right? To have babies.
Right, pump him out. Let's pump him. Look at Logic. Logic, are you there? No.
I'm trying to figure out where in the conversation are we now. I mean, I don't know. It went from schedule to migraines to all kind of fucking
What we said is the
a
woman
migraine.
might have
Guess
she
what?
might have a migraine.
Hey, Chris, you see if you bring excuses to a conversation,
That's
this is
not
what
an excuse. That's not an excuse.
wait,
Logic.
Andrew, just let me finish. That's why I was quiet.
Okay.
The problem is, if you bring excuses to a conversation, it will just have us talking in circles. I'm just saying. Hell,
Do you know the difference between a migraine and a headache?
if I
Thank
want
you.
to, I'm fresh. Look, I
I
got
can't
crutches right here.
stand you.
And guess what? These crutches ain't gonna stop me from getting a nut.
So,
That's
like
a
I said, do you know the difference between a headache and a migraine? Because migraine can be piercing and blinding.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I
And it's
think
still a headache though, but yeah.
But what you're not getting is guess what? A million people, no, not a million people. 10 people can come up here and have a conversation about this. And yes, you can have. We can have this conversation. A majority will talk about not dealing with that. We're talking about a issue universally. If you got that one thing, I got migraine, so I can't have sex. Well, that's a separate discussion. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I still agree with the schedule. I agree with the schedule. You know why? Because you're busy with like you got children, you're both working, you got kids in diapers, and when they go to grandmama's house, that's what you can get it on. But all this all the time, you ain't got time for that. You too busy working, trying to pay them damn bills.
And I think also,
But we're not saying all the time though.
Towards your relationship.
We're not saying all the time.
but
Y'all selfish.
Yes.
No, we're not saying. We're not even saying all the time.
Yes, you are. Straight up selfish.
It's a little
Who said we wanted?
Logic
All
is.
you care
We
about
didn't-
is getting in.
Nobody on this panel said all the time. What are you talking about?
The only person I heard that said he could be a little understanding is Dre. He said, I understand a schedule. Okay? And you know, and you know the funny thing about it is he's a school teacher and y'all can't understand a schedule.
Hey, calm down.
No, listen.
Wait, when you come up here, man, I can't do this no more.
Y'all don't understand. For one, I'm not really disagreeing with Dre. I'm just saying I don't believe in a schedule because sex should be spontaneous. That does not mean all the time. It should be whenever y'all both feel in the mood to have sex, have sex. It don't need to be no schedule. That's all I was saying.
That's all that was I said too.
That's it.
Okay, so if you don't have none for like a whole month because both of your schedules just collide.
No, because V, the thing is this. What if y'all got a schedule and then on that set day, V, on that, if you are scheduled to have sex on a set day, and then one of y'all ain't feeling like having sex on that set day, then what? That's my point. There shouldn't be no schedule.
Then
It should
you
just be when y'all both feel
compromise.
like having
You
sex.
compromise. You
Well, that's why
compromise.
y'all need to talk about it.
Yes. Have the conversation.
So you
the
compromise. So you're even though if I got a migraine on that
You
day,
guys do really.
I got to
Wait, hold on. Let
compromise
me just.
to have sex on that day because I got a migraine. I don't want to have sex. I can't do it today. I got a migraine.
No, because your partner would probably be understanding.
Well, why you didn't compromise on two?
Your
You
partner
had a
would probably be
migraine.
understanding to that. Your partner would probably be understanding to that. So no, that's what we mean by compromise. Maybe they won't get it that day because you're not feeling good. Maybe we'll move it to tomorrow when maybe you're feeling a bit better. Who knows? But look.
Did we lose her?
Y'all being selfish. Okay. At least with
It ain't got nothing to do with being selfish, and really, it's not that at all. It's the opposite of that, V. Because I'm saying when y'all both feel like having sex, just have sex. You ain't gotta have no schedule for that. What's that got to do with being selfish?
I think
making sure that you are not neglecting your partner.
I think, that's what a schedule really does. It gives you something to look forward to in the case that you can't do it in between time. So I'm sure if they were together and they sitting there and one of them feeling it, the other one feeling it, and it ain't the scheduled day, I'm sure they're going to do it. Like they're not going to be like, oh wait, it's not Tuesday.
But do you realize here's the benefit of having a schedule, right? And I think you said it plainly, Mo. It gives something to look forward to. So if there's a couple working very hard, and when you got kids in the mix, like sex is an afterthought. Men think about sex all the time. Women do not. They're concerned about making sure that the needs of the home is taken care of. And then at night, we're laying in bed and we expect our wives to give us what we want at that specific moment. And she's exhausted.
No, women think about sex all the time too, Dre. Women think about sex all the time too, Dre. Don't get that twisted.
No, what I'm saying is in a realistic situation, all right? Many women work 9 to 5s like their husbands do. They come home and get dinner on the table for their husbands and their kids. They help their kids with their homework, right? In most situations. Then when, Zaddy's ready to have sex, she's tired and is not in the mood. Now, here's the thing. Here's the benefit of having a schedule. Here's the benefit of having a schedule, all right? If there's a schedule and it's supposed to happen, she can get her mind, even her body, because I don't know how women could just mentally connect their minds and their bodies together. It's a gift. You ladies, I'll give that to you guys. But they get their mind and their body.
Shut up, let them finish. Shut up, let them finish.
Look at that.
Whatever,
right? Whatever. If they know what's going to happen, all right, then they're able to maneuver certain things, certain emotions, certain, just attitudes in certain places so that she can be mentally and physically ready at night despite having to do all those things. That's the benefit of having a schedule.
That's
like
true.
We're looking at it as men and I get the man side also, right? Because I wouldn't want to have a schedule with my wife. But if I know that we're both very busy, and let's say we've gone like 30 days without even touching each other because we've been so busy, I'm going to talk to my wife and say, listen, babe, I think we may benefit at this specific moment in our lives with the kids and work and all that stuff if we just schedule a time for us to come together.
Yeah.
And not saying that this is the only time we're going to come together, but if everything goes crazy and we don't have time, let's just make sure that we have this specific time for us. And maybe it don't have to be a sex. It could just be me listening to you and you listening to me. But hopefully it'll wind up leading to sex. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think that's the approach. Like, it's not like, women are saying, no, here's a schedule and we're going to abide by the schedule. I think women saying, let's have the schedule because they understand that their men need sex. And I'm so busy and I want to make sure I have the time to give it to them.
And the energy. Because men be talking about how they don't like dealing with women who just lay there. Like, I don't want a woman who just lay there. Well, she need to have some energy.
Right.
Right.
That's the truth.
Y'all don't care about that? Y'all just want somebody that y'all can fuck?
That's it. That's all they care about. As long as she's warm and tight. That's it. That's all they care about. They don't care.
All they gonna be doing is talking about how your back arch is messed up. Well, first off, I'm tired.
What if I get a crap in the middle? Okay. For real.
Exactly.
Why
Y'all
y'all
know
always talk
how
about y'all
much
be so tired for? We be tired too, but we still find room to have sex. What the fuck?
All
All you gotta do is not do
What's
it,
all this
Will.
tiredness? That's a fucking excuse.
That's
Listen,
not
you don't have nothing else on
That's
your
a
mind
fucking
but sex.
excuse. Yes,
So
it
you want
is.
to do
No,
what
the
you
No,
thing
it's
is,
That's all
not.
we think about all the time.
compartmentalize your brain. So y'all are able to separate things on what's going on and what's happening. Women, everything is in our head mixed up like spaghetti. Okay? Like
Waffle
it's literally
spaghetti.
spaghetti in a pot versus y'all having the noodles right here, the sauce right here, the meat right here. There's a difference in that thought process. And logic, you can do all you want to, but you know, men, y'all are better at compartmentalizing and shutting things off. We're not.
Right.
Mhm. That's true.
That's so
Men
true.
are waffles,
You know,
women are
how
spaghetti.
much right. You know what?
Oh, I
I
like
love to hear
that.
from y'all. Do you know when a woman isn't really feeling the sex? She's just giving it to you because you just want it. Do you know how much
Right.
that happens?
Mm.
They can't even tell because they don't give a damn as long as they
I
give
can
a
tell
damn.
actually, but it's still that does not. What's that got to do with scheduling sex? Like, come on now, stop.
No, it's for real. The most of the time that we're having sex with you,
No,
is
it's
because
not
we're
for
trying
real.
to-
That's
we're
for
trying to
fake. That's
Make
not
sure
real.
you're okay. It's not going to be fake, but we're doing this to make sure you're okay. So you won't step
Exactly.
out or do whatever. Let me make sure I get him together because if I don't, he's going to get all upset. So let me just go ahead and get myself in the mood and give him some because he's going to start crying about it. So let me go ahead and
That
give him
sounds
some.
great in a perfect world, Shanita. That sounds excellent in
That's
a
the
perfect
truth.
world.
That really
That's
happens.
true.
That's the
It's
truth.
Listen, we
not
keep
It
saying it
happens.
happens because we've all done it.
Yes. Let
Don't
me tell
nobody
you, it's the truth.
listen. I'm not whatever. Look, that sounds good in a perfect world. Like I said, I get the schedule. I see why people want to have a schedule. I get it, but still, I'm against it. So
Okay,
hey,
well then you just find you a hoe that want to fuck all the
Okay,
time.
well then maybe you should just
I
get
do
more
that.
sex.
Hey, trust me, there ain't no shame in my game.
Yeah. This is the crazy part about it, right? The topic is scheduling sex. So
Thank you.
I understand if you say, oh, this is date night. That's different. That's different. If you talk about, so if you can't compare the two. If you're talking about scheduling sex, let's talk about scheduled sex. It's not date night or this is day is for us to do that. That's different. That's different. If you try to compare the two, you're using the points of like date nights to get to know each other alone. No, that's date night. That's something separate. Scheduled sex is that, hey, on this day at this time, we get to work. That's different. It's a whole category. Unless if y'all say it's together, then change the title because it shouldn't say sex. It should say alone.
Right. It's like the word independent. Y'all don't like that either. So let's not call it a schedule and say that we
Right.
do it on this day.
Just
Okay,
say that you
Shanita.
scheduled out date night. So every week on this day, this is date night.
Right.
Sex night.
Exactly.
Thank you.
This
Thank
is
you.
date night day. This is not scheduled. This is date night.
So now it feels good for
Amen.
y'all.
There you go.
Ain't no amen. Why you amen and V? They ain't what you titled the damn video. So
What I
stop.
said. All I said
No,
is
because the word schedule sounds bad.
It's
So let's
separate.
change
Well,
the
that's what
word.
the title of the video is, Shanita.
Right. So now we're trying to see what can.
No,
what we
don't try to
can
soften
make
it up
better.
now. Don't try. No.
we're
Ain't
trying
no
to
softening
All
up
right,
nothing.
can you change the
That's what
title,
it
please?
is.
So it
How
doesn't
about
sound
what if we ask this?
like Mark said, it doesn't sound restrictive. So let's say, okay, just like Mo said, just leave word schedule out and call it date night.
Mm-hmm.
No, we ain't leaving nothing now. That's what the title says. Scheduled sex.
You can't change it to conform to you.
Thank you, Logic. Thank you.
Selfish or one-track minded.
Yes. And look,
It ain't no
selfish
one
too.
track nothing. That's what the title says. So we're sticking to that damn title. It's like y'all want to see y'all scheduled sex.
Wait, hold
Stick
on.
to the damn title.
Hear me out. Hear me
Oh, we
It goes
spicy.
in circles. It goes in circles.
Girl.
You come in and you throw these curveballs in. If we're talking about that, we're not talking about date night. We're talking about scheduling sex. And if you don't know
You brought up
scheduling
date
sex,
night, so we're just using the word.
I'm trying to say it in a way.
Wait, can I?
In a different way because I wasn't getting it the other way.
No, don't try to soften
Right.
up nothing. I'm not about sugarcoating shit. I'm real talk for
Well,
a
first
fucking
off,
reason.
real talk,
We ain't, no, we're not sugarcoating nothing. You said schedule sex. That's what the fuck it is. Now,
Okay.
let's stick to that. What's up,
Oh,
Miss
it's
T?
my turn. Okay, I just want to say all the women, I think we've all been just using the word scheduled sex as really to say, okay, we just want to have sex on date night, because it sounds like that's what everybody's saying. And I was even thinking that I just wasn't saying it because you're already saying it, but the men are just saying scheduled sex, while you women seem to be talking about, yeah, date night is the only time we're going to do it. Am I right or no?
No. We
Yes,
might could do it any other
no,
night,
no,
but
no.
we have
Because
these.
that's what I'm
We
hearing.
do this every time. We do this every time.
Well, I was basically saying if they didn't like the word schedule, that instead of
Yes.
saying like this is our scheduled day of having sex, you putting it on the calendar as being date night. But y'all know what go down.
Okay. That's all I was
I
saying.
think
Get
y'all,
back to
yeah,
arguing.
I think you guys are just salty with the fact that it's scheduled, but it's actually more of a benefit for you guys
So
than
V, what's up with you and this damn word salty? Ain't nobody salty about nothing.
y'all real salty right
You
now. I'm
so
being
got
serious.
Mo,
It's
Mo,
like
let me
y'all
ask
feel
you a
like
question.
it's like y'all feel like, oh, if I can't get it right now when I want it, then you know what? Screw
No,
this.
that's not
I'm
what.
on to the
No,
next.
that's not what. No, none of us said. For one, we didn't say we gonna get it when we want it. We said when we. I said when we both feel like having sex, then we should have sex. Fuck a
So then
schedule.
what's
That's
the
what I've
problem?
been
So what's the
saying.
problem with saying we both want it on a Saturday?
Oh my fucking.
I think we have
What?
different
Come on now.
personality types on this call. So like I'm a personality type A, so I like to have things organized. Like I like to schedule out what's going on here, what's going on here, what's going on there to prepare my mind. So you may just be a type B personality and not a type A, and that's fine.
You should just know your partner.
Yep.
But you know what?
And
I
that's
don't
what
want to hear
matters.
none of y'all complaining when y'all ain't getting it for months on end because you refuse to talk to your woman and be like, you know what? I think we need some time for us, and I think maybe we both home on these days. Let's make an effort for these days. Scheduling isn't necessarily a bad thing because, like Dre said, it seems like his batteries are out today, which is wonderful. Like Dre said,
I'm trying to talk.
I got him.
It's going.
I got him.
good.
Hold on, because first of
Like
all,
Jay
I'm not going to
said,
complain about not.
woman-
I'm not finna be complaining about not getting sex.
Can I
I've never
finish?
had that issue when I was in a relationship. When we wanted sex, we
The
had
host
sex.
was talking. The host was talking.
Shanita,
Thank you,
Shanita.
Marie
Hey,
Randomly.
go turn into a witch and move somewhere. I'm just saying.
Hater. Anyway,
Wait,
like
and
I was
move.
saying, women need time to prep. You need time to get your mind right for you to really enjoy the experience. Otherwise, we're just giving it to you just to help you out and just to give it to you. Okay? Let's just be real. So if you have a schedule, that's not necessarily something bad. Like she knows, okay, I know me and my husband gonna get it in on a Saturday or Wednesday, whatever day it is, or Wednesday and Saturdays. So she knows by this time I need to be finished with everything that I'm doing usually, so I can get right for my man. What is the problem in that? What is the problem in that?
I have a different mindset in this. So like that's why I'm backing up, because now
I love the way you think about this.
Me too. It's just, man.
No, well, it's because
Me
it's actually
three.
it's somewhat in between, to be honest with you guys. Like I'm not thinking of it as a man. I'm not thinking of it as from. I'm thinking of it as what's best for the couple at that specific moment.
And I love it. I love it.
I agree
So
with that.
I can't really.
You're so understanding. Here. You can have all three of these. You're so understanding.
Man, Shanita, let the man talk. Shut up.
You shut up. I'm sick and tired of you.
I've had an opportunity.
I don't understand why
to
y'all
sit
are
down
so
with-
against it.
I've had the opportunity to sit down with couples, right? That's been busy, and I don't want to go like into that area because but I'll say it. I've sat down with couples that's been busy and their sex lives struggle because of their busyness. And one of the things I recommended was scheduling a time where they can come together and have sex.
Wow, imagine that.
Almost every couple have had improved sex lives because of it.
Thank you.
So that's why like me having this discussion wouldn't be fair, because I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I'm not looking at it as a man, because I remember the first couple, like even after the first couple I sat with, I'm like, yo, why are you guys having issues in my mind? Why are you guys having issues with sex? Just you guys are married, but then listening to the challenges that they face as a married couple, I had to really
yeah.
So, but I'm not saying every couple needs to schedule sex. That's not what I'm saying either. All right,
No.
I'm not saying that. Like I understand why the Mowry sister made that decision to do so. It'd be dope. Like if a couple don't need to schedule sex, don't. But some couples benefit from it.
Yeah, but
a
see,
lot of couples benefit. Life takes
this is what I'm
over.
saying. That couple that you're talking about, right?
Hmm?
They must have had problems in that area.
No, Logic.
No.
The Harrison, y'all, this is insane. I'm talking to Harrison. Do you know the lady he's talking about? The lady and man he's talking about?
Yep, I do.
Mo, do you know the man and the lady he's talking about?
Yep, I do.
You don't. You don't. I'm just saying that's crazy. I'm talking to him.
See, Logic.
Get it?
Logic.
He's talking to you.
Hey, Logic. You see, they'll listen to Dre and be quiet when Dre talking, but let me or you say something, they gon' man look.
You
Hey,
ain't
don't worry about it.
But
You see what I'm talking about?
Nah, they both
Shanita?
got stuff to say.
My question was to Dre.
You're not qualified to be
talking to.
Dre's a teacher. What you mean? Logic ain't qualified and I ain't qualified.
Listen,
He's a
you gotta
teacher.
use the smooth voice. You gotta use the smooth voice.
Man, I ain't got no smooth voice. I'm sorry, Miss T or whoever
Tone
the fuck
it
said
down a
that.
little.
I ain't got no smooth
Just
voice.
relax.
Nah. Logic, what's up, bro?
Come on, Logic. Come to the mic, dear.
We gonna be quiet, Logic. We promise.
Yeah.
If he don't want to talk, I'll say what I was gonna say.
Right, because everybody's gonna wait for him. Say what you got to say or don't. Child.
Okay, check it. I had a guy that I dated, right? We couldn't have sex for over a month because he was going through a serious bout of depression and he was unable to have an erection. So similar to how I don't know that could be a side effect for men in depression.
Yeah,
true.
Okay, so that's very similar to what was said earlier. I think what Shanita has said. So I think it's sometimes depending on the people. So going back to what Harrison said, it depends on the people and their situation and what works for them. Like everyone is not the same type of person.
Right.
But that's what I said is communication and knowing your partner is the best.
I agree with that, Andrea.
Knowing your partner, if my ex-husband didn't understand that I have migraines, he understood. So we had a communication. We talked. So I'm saying knowing your partner and communication is the best. And saying, look, we might need a schedule. It's okay. It's not that big a deal. People do got schedules. I'm just being honest.
Everybody got a schedule.
Not so why y'all so against it? So why are you so against
because
it?
V, can I speak without you just interrupting now?
Wait, but what if I said, okay, what if I said I'm not having sex with you unless it's on a Wednesday? Are you not gonna have sex with me because I said I'm not having sex with you unless it's on Wednesday?
No, I'm not gonna be with you.
But hold on, why would it only be on a Wednesday though? What's so special about that Wednesday? Is it your day off or something?
It could be.
That's maybe 1 3.
Because I'm gonna ask like why Wednesdays? Because I used to have a schedule a few years back. It was every Saturday. Why? Because that's when our days off were.
Listen, I never had a problem in the area while in a relationship. I never had that problem of having sex when we both wanted to have sex and we both worked. We were both very busy and we still both found time to have sex.
And are you in a relationship right now?
No, I'm single right now. So what's your point? What's your point? I still know about relationships.
Because this is what happens.
Listen, now hold on, whoa, hold on, Shanita, because Dre technically right now is single too. So what you got to say about him?
But this is what happens.
I'm talking to you. V single, Dre single, I'm single. I don't know about T, Andre, and Mo, but we're single. So what are you talking about?
I'm single now.
You brought up your name. So we're talking about you. You said that you didn't have a problem with sex when you was in those relationships. And I asked you, were you in a relationship now? And you said no. Proves my point.
No, that was
Done.
because listen, we didn't break up
You
because of
what you
lack of
said?
sex
You
or because of the sex. That ain't why we broke up. So talk
What you
before you
said?
talk before. Listen, think
What you
before you talk
said?
because we did not break up
What
because of
did
the
you
sex.
say?
So yeah, keep that under wraps. I'm just saying.
I think what y'all fail to realize, I think it's compromise in everything. Communication. I don't care if you're single, married, it's communication, knowing your partner, talking to them. And I was married for 6 years with 2 kids. So knowing your partner and having communication is the best thing. And that's what I think people lack of having communication. Period. Just saying.
Okay, I get the communication thing, but still, what's that got to do with the schedule?
Oh my God, Jesus help me.
It ain't got nothing to do with the schedule because me and my ex had a great communication and we had great sex, but still, we still broke up at the end of the day. It had nothing to do with sex or communication.
Real talk,
It didn't
everybody
have
ain't
nothing to do
like
with the
you.
communication.
No, it didn't.
Let's agree
No, it
to
didn't. And
disagree.
you can expose me if you want to. It didn't have nothing to do with communication.
I
Let's
don't
agree
expose
to
you. I just ask
disagree.
questions.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Okay, girl.
So we had a standstill. We had a standstill. That's what y'all saying? We had a
So the
standstill.
women, some women, not all women, agree that scheduled sex is great, and some men disagree that sex should be spontaneous and it should just happen whenever he feels like it.
See, I'm glad Shanita understands that. Yes, I think it should be spontaneous, and some people on the panel are thinking that that's selfish
No,
because we
I'm
want
not
it all the
saying that
time. Like,
it's
no, it ain't got nothing to do with that.
no,
It just got
I
to
said
do
when
with
he feels
if y'all
like it.
both want it, y'all should both do it. That's
So
it.
when he
It's
feels like it, you
selfish
can go
because
ahead and do it.
How is when you both want to have sex, you can both have sex? How is that selfish, V? Can you
I
answer
said if
that?
he feels like
I
it,
said
but the
V,
thing is,
not
just because you
Shanita. I said V.
just because you schedule it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to do it on spontaneous times too. That's not what we've been saying this whole
No, V.
time.
Can you answer my question though? How is that selfish? Answer that.
Because it's more about when you want it.
No, it's not. Because if me and my partner both know that when we both want sex, we're gonna have sex. How is that selfish? That ain't got nothing to do with being selfish.
You're being selfish because, okay, say you guys do have crazy schedules, right? She's thinking about you when she offers or thinks about saying,
How do you
let's
know?
schedule
How
some
do you
time
V,
when
know?
were
we're both
you in my
available
last
and
relationship?
we're both free.
No, V, were you in my last relationship?
This ain't about
We
your
both
last
had hectic ass
relationship. We just
schedules
talking
and we
about
both still
y'all
found time to have
together.
sex. How is that selfish?
But you may not have had it all the time. I don't know.
See,
But
Oh
some
look,
my
people.
wow.
this is what
Okay,
this.
go ahead, Logic. Go ahead, Logic.
Look,
I'm quiet. Go ahead.
hey, look. I'm sorry that Andrea about your migraine thing. I didn't mean to take it nowhere, and like Mo with that, you know what I'm saying, her situation. But what happens when you bring like personal stuff to these topics? It's just like talking about politics, with somebody, and then somebody come up and say, "Well, I can't vote anyway. I ain't got a green card." It derails the whole conversation. The whole conversation is still about scheduled sex. You know what I'm saying? I understand you can't vote. I understand that somebody might not be able to have sex, but on the topic of scheduled sex, you know what I'm saying? If we're talking about that as a collective, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have different experiences, but you can respect that. Just like you can say, hey, look, I want to have sex on Saturdays. I can respect that. But if we having a dialogue about it, don't mean I'm getting salty because I said that it should be spontaneous. It don't mean I'm getting salty. It's called, you had a topic, this a panel, we're discussing it. It's no saltiness involved. It's just saying everybody saying their piece.
No, real talk, 87 King content is salty.
I'm not
What?
salty at all. V asked the question, and correct me if
AF.
I'm wrong, V. V asked the
Exclamation
question
point.
earlier. She said, so if you want to have sex and I say we can't have sex unless it's on a Wednesday, would you still be with me? So that's not selfish right there, V?
You said
No,
no,
it's
that
not
you're not
selfish
going to
because
do
maybe
You
my
said
it.
you
body
want
ain't
me
I said I
right.
work.
wouldn't
So
be
you
with her
can't
because
be on a Wednesday.
that's more selfish than what I said,
That's
which
not
is if you both
selfish.
want to have sex, you both have sex. That's not selfish.
Why are you so hard up for sex?
I'm
That's
I'm
not
not
selfish.
hard up for first of all, I'm a man
I
for
said
one.
I'm trying to
So that's a
make
dumb
sure you
question
have it.
anyway. Two, I'm not hard up for sex. My whole standpoint is this. If me and my woman both want to have sex, we will find time to have sex. We do not need a schedule. It ain't got nothing to do with me being selfish or wanting it all the time. If we both, keyword both, want to have sex, we will find time to have sex. We don't need no schedule. That's what I've been saying.
Oh, okay then. We get it now.
Damn, like y'all don't what y'all understand about that?
We understand now that you've broken that.
No, you probably understand, Shanita, but some people on the panel don't get that for some reason.
We
I
get
get
it.
you real talk.
I understand what you're saying. It's not that big a deal. It's each his own. Period.
I just want to know my question still ain't got answered. How is my way of thinking when I say we both want to have sex? How is my way of thinking selfish when you had your argument, V, when you made your argument, V, about we're not gonna have sex unless it's on a Wednesday, but that's not selfish though. That's not selfish.
It's not selfish when you both agree.
I'm not talking to you, Chanel. I'm talking to V. I want V to answer that.
And I'm answering the question.
It's not selfish.
No, you can't. What are you? Are you
agree.
V's puppet master? V,
No.
speak.
I said
Are you
it's
our
not
master
selfish when
speak?
both parties agree.
There you go. Question answered.
Wow.
I just don't think it's necessarily. You guys are just looking at it from a negative standpoint, and it's not necessarily a negative standpoint.
I didn't say it was negative.
Like, look, let's be real. Majority of the time, men want it all the time, okay? And it's just not a reality for most women. Most women, now there are women that want it more than men, yes, I'll give you that. But the reality is that most women's minds are in so many different places. There's so much things going on. And sometimes the man, he's working long hours. He's tired as hell when he comes in. And you just don't have the time to actually get it in. So what is the issue with us finding some time where we are both available and saying, hey, this is the time we're both available, let's do it. It's not saying that we can't do it on other times when we feeling it. If we feeling it and we both home and we ready, let's go. But at the same time, you have to be mindful of your partner and what they could potentially be going through, or so I don't think there's anything wrong with necessarily saying this is our day. This is our day.
Rob, black as fuck, says sex should be scheduled and spontaneous. Can you agree
No,
to
he
that?
said sex could be. No, he said could be, not should be. He said could be. That changes the whole definition of it. He said it could be.
And Rob, that's my.
No, I can't agree to that. Spontaneous really is like antonyms. They don't go hand in hand. There are two totally different things.
Okay, real. Can I ask you a question? Do you
What's
just
up,
take
V?
issue with the word schedule? Because we all have schedules.
I do. Yeah, I got issue with it. That's why. But that's what the name of your video is, right?
Okay, so you take issue with the word schedule. Do you take issue with your work schedule?
No. Thank you, Logic. Appreciate it, Logic.
I'm sorry, P. I don't see how that relates to anything.
I'm just wondering.
What
You
is
take
that
issue with the word
What does that got to?
I'm sorry, what does it have to do with this argument?
Do you go in on your
Thank you.
It does have something to do with it. You take offense to the
No,
word
it does
schedule.
not. No, it doesn't.
Listen, a lot of us don't like our schedules. We have some schedules that we like, and we have others that we don't like. It all depends on the relationship that you're in. The schedule gonna work for some people and not gonna work for others, and that's that. We're not gonna agree if we just gonna keep arguing over this whole schedule thing.
Yeah, I agree that it can be both though. Like,
yes,
real talk, I do go back to you. I think both of those could coexist. Because, for example, going to what V said on the aspect of work schedule. So you have a schedule, but sometimes you may go in on, you get called in for extra hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's spontaneous. You ain't know you was going to get them extra hours. So I think the same thing could work. And then I finally see the comments, but Harry, a married man, said the same thing, that it could be 50-50, like some could be scheduled and some can be spontaneous. You can do both. You can say our primary day is this, but anytime we feeling the feeling, we can get it in too. But we gonna have it on this day too.
Yes,
exactly.
Right.
I said that in the beginning.
Exactly.
Literally said said in the beginning, just because we do it on Saturday doesn't mean we can't do it any other day of the week.
Yes.
And Dre kind of alluded to that too.
Mhm.
We just know that Saturdays are the days, but any other day doesn't mean we're only restricted to Saturday. We can do it any other
Shanita,
day.
I get your point.
Right.
I get your point, Shanita. But that wasn't V's point earlier. V said we're not having sex unless it's on a Wednesday. That's what her point was. And I said that right there is selfish.
Yeah, sis, you
So
can't.
your point and her point is different points.
But we also asked, why is it that you just wanted to restrict it to the Wednesday though? Because if you can give us a valid reason, say it's just Wednesday, then that does kind of selfish. Now I gotta wait till Wednesday. Like, what's going on?
Or is Wednesday your only day off?
Catch me on another day. Yeah, Wednesday's my only day off. Shit.
It don't matter. Listen, I used to work at a job where I got no days off and still had time to have sex. So the fact that you off is really irrelevant.
That's because you need it, right?
To be real.
Do you need it? Do you not need it? You need it.
Do I not need what?
That.
I mean, I don't need it, but damn sure want it. Yeah, why the fuck not?
So you do need it, right?
No, I just said I don't need it, but I damn sure want it.
Because let me tell you something. A woman can go a long time without doing it.
I went 5 years without sex, V.
Not everyone.
I went 5 years without sex, V. Come on now.
Why you say that?
But that's different. That's circumstance.
Do masturbation count? Because I can't.
No, it don't count. Masturbation is not sex.
Okay.
Yeah, there go curveball number 800.
Masturbation is not sex.
No, it's not sex.
Okay, cool.
No.
Then yeah, I can go
So
a
when
while.
you're not having an orgasm, what is that called?
An orgasm is an orgasm. Masturbation is not sex. Who told y'all that?
Type of sexual activity.
Wait, no.
I'm not going to orgasm if I'm just sitting right here. I have to do something to make myself orgasm, correct?
Not necessarily.
Real had to leave the stage.
Oh, yeah, but
I
don't blame you, Real.
I can sit here right now and have an orgasm right now.
So my thing is, I don't understand. Like, okay, my thing is, I'm looking at it from this point of view, okay? And fair enough, we can say logic. We can look at what Logic was saying. He wants to use regular people, not celebrities, because that is a small number. So a regular person that may be in Tia's lifestyle, because there's regular people that are very busy like that. I'm wanting to make sure my husband is not getting what I know he needs in our relationship. So I come to him and we agree to schedule. What is the problem with that? I'm making sure your needs are met. I'm making sure my man does not feel neglected and that he can get what he needs. Maybe she, as the woman, doesn't need it like that.
There's no problem in that because it's your relationship and that's what you guys want to do. So there's no problem in you doing that.
But so
but
my
the men take issue with it.
Coming back to the topic,
they're gonna take issue with it, but he ain't your man, so you don't have to worry about it.
That is true.
If you talking to him, you just said it in conversation, and then he, for instance, Real want to get mad. He can get mad as much as he wants to because he's not the one who's in the relationship with you, and he doesn't have to put up with it. So if you want to do it, go right on ahead. Your man is happy; he doing it with you. Real don't want to do it. That's his problem because you're not fucking him anyway.
I'm just trying to understand. I'm just
overdue.
Wait, Real need what? What'd you say, Shanita? What you say? What you say?
I said you need it.
I said
you need it.
You need it. Content. You can have sex because it's overdue.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
I didn't even hear you, but okay, whatever you just said, I agree with you. Now, what's up?
I said
you may not want to agree with what she said.
You have a lot of progression.
I want to point out a point that Miss T made a statement and everyone on here agreed with that statement, okay? And with that agreement of the statement, it sounds like the answer to the topic is yes. It is okay, because if it's okay for you, then it's okay. But if you choose not to do it, then it's not. So we all agreed that for their schedule, if it works, and that's what works for their relationship, that it's okay to schedule, right? We said that. Everybody agreed. Everybody.
Whoa, hold on, Mo. No, hold on, Mo. V's question was to us. Are you okay with scheduled sex? Not with their scheduled sex.
But no,
their scheduled sex is on them. I don't give a fuck.
That's
my
not what
scheduled sex, hell no.
Real. She's not talking about what V's saying.
So what
I'm talking about what V's question opening up the live was, are you okay with scheduled sex?
So I thought we had to come to a conclusion as a council or something. Like, what y'all agree to? I was trying to figure out. Like, look, that's my type A coming out. Like, so is there a result to this, or is there...
No, I wish, but no. It don't.
Mo, if this is your first time on this panel, honestly speaking, they ain't never gonna come to no conclusion.
ain't gonna be no result.
They never gonna agree. Like, they never agree. You just listen and take what you can take from it.
Y'all say y'all like giving women credit, but to the topic of her live, schedule sex with your spouse, is that okay? And then the only thing that people will agree with is that it will be okay based on what you want to do in your relationship. But we can have a discussion, and then that's it. But that's all. So this whole live is a waste because we can't have a discussion broader than that. Everybody come up.
Yes, you can.
No, you
You
can't.
can have whatever discussion you want.
No, V, you cannot, because everybody on the panel, all 8 of us, are talking about our personal issues and our personal needs. We're not talking about one particular thing. You see what I'm saying? That's why we cannot.
Different scenarios that goes along with it.
If I can respond,
if you come up here and we talking about
That's right. You can respond.
if we talking about sex and you come up here and say, hey, well, my girl goddamn pussy got cut out, she can't have sex, then don't come up here. We talking about sex. Don't bring it up. If your girlfriend can't have sex because her pussy is gone, then don't come up here and try to discuss it and use that example. It's called a circle of conversation. That it'll run in circles and nobody will never move forward. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point.
Okay, so what's your stance, Logic?
What's my stance?
Yes.
Oh, what? I say my stance after Harris go. He been waiting.
What's up, Harris?
I wanted to respond to Mayhem Morgan's comment in the chat about sex is not tracked.
Go drink some water.
Sex will certainly be tracked if a couple's not having it. So if a couple's not having sex, it'll definitely be tracked. So we can't say in total that sex shouldn't be tracked. Sex is going to be tracked, and sex is one of those things that sort of determines the barometer of how the relationship is going. If there's a dope relationship, right, the probability of having dope sex is pretty high.
Facts.
Okay, so if there's no sex involved at all, right, that has to be tracked because that determines the level of the relationship. So,
and that's why I asked you earlier with that example you used with that couple. I asked you, was they having problem having sex while you had it, you know what I'm saying, advise them to schedule sex. You know what I'm saying? You don't actually just schedule them for a reason. You schedule something if it's an issue. Oh, well, hey, they probably told you Dre we ain't having sex. And he said, well, I think y'all need to dedicate it one day to have scheduled. So now you got to schedule that because you're having problems.
Mhm.
Now that's it. Now that when you're dealing with a schedule, it's a schedule to keep you on track, to make sure it's a forcing mechanism to make sure and ensure you do something.
Mhm. But it's more.
You want to know my opinion? Is every woman I ever been with in my life, it always been spontaneous. It was just.
We're talking about personal stuff now. Wait a minute. Don't do that.
Because I said it always been spontaneous. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to kids, man. I'm telling you, this is it.
You literally said everybody's bringing in their personal experiences, and you just did the same thing. Literally.
You just asked me the question. I answered your question.
Exactly.
Right. But we were talking about the topic.
You asked Logic about me, and I told you that, right? Now you said, oh, Logic in person. No, I'm answering your question.
I asked Logic about his stance on it. I didn't ask Logic to give him
and
his
I just
personal,
told you my stance on it. That's my stance.
Experiences. Because like you said, everybody's giving their personal experiences and been talking around in circles. So I'm just trying to make sure you're not talking around circles.
Spontaneous. This is fucking same, man. I swear to God.
I mean, Logic, earlier you did go off on somebody for sharing a personal thing, though.
She asked Logic his stance.
Not Logic's personal experience.
What do I supposed to say?
Why are you so mad?
Monaco,
Not like personal experience.
Monaco, what's your stance on going to McDonald's and eating? No,
We ain't going to no damn McDonald's.
Hey, Logic, I feel the pain, bro. I feel you.
Let's go.
That's
I
hilarious.
feel you,
You
Logic, for
really
real.
said because everyone was giving their personal experiences and not to do that because we're in circles. And then you turn around and gave your personal experience, did you not?
They gave personal experience of why they didn't have sex. Whether it was migraines, whether it was a dude going through depression, then you can have that conversation will be circular because now I can't have sex because of migraine. Okay, now you're a special category. That dude can't have sex or whatever because he was going through depression. Well, do that end the conversation? No, the conversation continues. That's all I'm saying.
And then you gave your personal experiences on how much sex you have had or whatever in your relationship.
Think about how much sex I had. I said
You
sex.
started talking about your personal experiences about how you've had sex.
They have so much.
That falls in the same category of personal experiences.
Oh my
Does
God.
it not?
Go, Shanita. Go. I ain't trying to do this.
Does it not? Does it not fall in the same category of
He gonna leave us like he did.
Logic, I feel you, man. I feel you, Logic. I know how you're feeling right now.
Can't have sex. I just want some clarification because I feel like we're going to be talking in circles, but I want to know where we're at.
Logic's a Gemini. He a Gemini or a Leo?
Whoa, what's wrong with Leos? What's wrong with Leos?
Because they're
hard-headed.
Geminis,
They always
Geminis
right.
are too. They're hard-headed, a little hard and difficult. Deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, we can talk about personal experiences, but then it should be all the way across the board.
Do you know why we're talking about personal experiences though? Because V asked us, how do we feel about scheduled sex?
Good point.
So why do you bring your personal experiences? What you feel about sex, scheduled sex, is what you feel about scheduled sex has nothing to do with your personal experiences, right?
Well, how not? If I feel kind of way about something, I feel that way because of what I've experienced, correct or not?
You're correct. So if that's the stance, then Andrea's stance should remain valid as well.
Exactly. I never said it wasn't valid.
Sex. So now you're talking about what she can have, how you can have scheduled sex. She should be able to talk about her situation just like you're able to talk about your situation.
Oh my God! Correct? What the fuck?
Well, actually, when Andrea.
Yes.
Andrea brought it up. She brought it
talk
up
about their experiences because they all relate. How else, like you said, can we answer a question if we don't put in our personal experiences?
What are you? What's up, Dre? What you got to say, Dre? What you got to say, Dre?
Andrea's experience was about the scheduling. She says, "Well, what if somebody has a migraine and they can't meet that schedule?" So I think her topic was, I guess, on the lines of the scheduling thing. So I get that. But everybody got some valid points. Like I feel bad. Like I'm not. I feel like I have to back up and let you guys discuss this because I don't know.
I was just speaking from other random. Like personally, I want it every day, so that's my schedule. But
but you can't have. You can't want it every day because you're not a man, right? You're not a man, Mo, so you can't want it every day.
We never said that. That's not true.
Nah, V, damn that. You did say that. You said women don't want it every day and men do. You didn't say that.
I said some women don't want it.
No. You said women. You said women don't want it every day and men do.
You didn't say that, V.
Thank you.
Understand?
Yeah, I said a lot of women don't want it.
See, that's why I say I can't do this. It's the flip. You change your stance.
She does. She does all the time.
No, when she did that though, I said, "Wait, hold on." Not every woman. Some of us did say that because we also said the same thing. Because that's when I asked about the masturbation and going into that.
So how the hell this is? If you was a man and would have said that, she would have disagreed.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, I wouldn't.
Just let me finish. Yeah, because you're woman, she felt that she had to agree, even though she just said earlier that it was the men that wanted the sex. Women don't want the sex all the time, mister. She just debunked you, but you gonna say And you say, well, I like to have sex. I know it's your standpoint, but I'm talking about her, what she did. That's it. It's not
I
you.
do want to point out that a couple of us had said something to that though when she did it. We were like, wait.
That's what I said, I'm not speaking. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying how she flip flop.
And then
I
didn't flip flop. I didn't flip flop. Logic.
You know what flip flop feels like, Logic, because you flip flopped.
Now we take a step to appreciate Dre's hair. I keep looking at it. It's nice.
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute.
Thank you. I appreciate
That's
that.
a nice haircut. I just want to let you know that.
Yes, it's a nice haircut, Dre.
Thank you.
Logic getting the attitude.
I still love you.
This was Shanita.
Oh my
You use a
God.
roadcaster?
There are a lot of women. Look, she need to come back.
Is that the roadcaster?
Yeah, you need to get it. Well, no.
Derek, ain't no one backpedaling.
Though, but
okay.
Email me. I'm sure I found a better one.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, a better one. This one right here is too buggy, and I can show you why. But yeah, it's another one that's out. Well, hit me up offline.
So I thought this conversation was about scheduling sex.
No, really? That's what I thought.
Wow.
We're talking about equipment now?
Wow.
I will say though, I was over here being nosy trying to figure out what they were talking about. I'm like, ooh, what's this? I'm about to Google road.
I just thought that we were supposed to stay on topic. But we keep getting off topic. And it seems to be okay when they do it. But when we do it, it's a problem. I just again, just want clarity.
Right. And Shanita, you
What
know
do you want clarity on?
is that we're doing a side topic. So our topic still relates to the topic at hand, but it's just like we just added on another thing to the topic. But for them, they just talk about a whole brand new topic, and it's okay. But it's okay.
I mean,
I see how it works.
I don't know those things.
I'm gonna automatically agree with it. You know what I'm saying? They can say all women eat dog shit. They gonna like, yeah, girl, you do. You just don't agree. And then,
That is not true.
That is true.
I will make a video showing you on every panel. You make a stance, and then another woman and say something. Oh yeah, I agree with that.
That's
girl.
what V does. V does that. Two women. Matter of fact, two women can have different standpoints on one subject, and V don't agree with both of them. I'm telling you.
You know what happened? Real 87 is part of this wrong.
What? We ain't saying that yet. Well, y'all gonna say something coming up soon.
What happens on this panel a lot of the times is that when Real Talk 87 King of Content is caught up in his bullshit, the first thing he does, he says, "Oh my God, oh that's not. Listen, no, oh my God, I'm just mad." Every single time, because he don't have no words to say other than "oh my God" and listen, because it's talking.
No, you know why? You know why I do that?
I'm not gonna even do it because I like V, but I can show you video proof of V and all the women.
I can show proof too. Sure.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this logic. Let's talk about it. Okay. So sometimes one woman will say something. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That I can agree to that. And then sometimes somebody may say something that kind of makes it. You put a twist on it, and sometimes you can see where they're coming from too. So what's the problem with that? That's not backpedaling. That's just like, okay, that's an interesting point.
In these videos, we do.
I agree with that.
Oh. Okay, V. In these videos, right? I can say, the American flag is red, white, and green, right? And a female later on can jump on the panel and say, "Hey, the American flag is red, white, or green." And he said, "Yeah, I know that. I can show you multiple times with you and Shanita, and let it be Shanita. Oh my God. It's gonna go to that. You're right. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Let's go, Shanita. Tell me when you're ready. I can goddamn do it tonight. I ain't got no job. It's Friday every day for me. Let's go.
I want you to do it tonight. Do it.
Tonight because tonight is the time that I may go and have sex unscheduled. So I don't have time to do this. Myself free tonight so I can have unscheduled sex.
Look at them. So it's wrong for me to want to make sure your needs are met and make sure you get some on a weekly basis.
No, because V, your argument to me was just made that invalid. Which
How?
was, if I want to have sex whenever we want to have sex, you said no, we can only have sex on a Wednesday. That's it. That makes your whole argument invalid.
I never said that. I just said
You didn't. What? Oh, y'all rewind this as soon as the stream is over with and listen to this shit. She did say that. Come on, V.
You mad?
You know,
Cause you lying. You lying.
Yeah, the brother get up.
Come on back, Logic. Oh no, Logic.
Come back. Don't cry, Logic. It's okay. Come back.
A lot of easy for him to get up. He must have been upset. His feelings, honey.
I don't understand why y'all just don't understand the benefits of doing it. I don't understand that. And that's what I.
You know, I do understand it, but my thing is, I don't want that.
Amazing that y'all just don't get it all the time, so it doesn't matter to you.
That's my thing. I never had a problem with it, so I never wanted a schedule because I've never had an issue getting it when I wanted it. That's why I don't need no schedule. Now, if I get into a relationship and then it gets so hectic to the point to where we just can't have it at all, then yes, I understand getting a schedule. But I've never had that happen, so I can't relate to it. That's all I'm saying.
So are you saying if you had a woman and you was in a relationship and it got scheduled, you would be open to have a schedule? Are you saying that?
I'm open. Yeah, listen, I'm open-minded, so I'm open to anything. You see what I'm saying? So I do get where y'all coming from. I'm just saying I've never had it, and I've never had a reason to have it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay, we get it now.
Why ain't come back?
Shut up, Shanita.
So I understand you and Harrison, but I'm still trying to understand Logic. I want to get it. Logic, come back and explain to us.
Come back to the screen, Logic. We miss you, Logic.
He might not come back for another 15 minutes.
Oh, he really gone to the kitchen.
So Mayhem Morgan said a schedule is almost an insult.
I agree.
Why,
but
Morgan?
Hey.
Why?
That's the first woman in history you disagreed with.
So, okay, I dated a millionaire before, y'all. And the way his life was set up, like either I had to be willing to be meeting with him like early in the morning, we at the office, like catching up or working together, or we doing a work session late in the, like we had to either it was going to be some random off the wall stuff or schedule. It was better and easier to just schedule certain things with us because of the way his life and his schedule was compared to mine. You know what I'm saying? So at that time I was still in I was working on one of my masters, but he was literally running $1 million, you know what I'm saying, business. So it's like seeing how he acted. It was totally different from other men that I had dated who was available whenever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then my dad, like, I see how his life is and how him and his wife is, you know what I'm saying? And my dad is a millionaire. So it's like, you got to understand that.
I want to say something real quick, though. This is the thing, though. I think we run into...
These guys can't understand. They don't want to play.
I don't like to play wordplay, though. But sex is and always will be a spontaneous act. Now, how people conduct that I can understand that. Like it is, and you can name a million different scenarios that, okay, this is why I would schedule sex. But by it being a spontaneous act, if I got them walk out and meet a new chick, right, my body would spontaneously respond to her. It's spontaneous. You can't control it. Ain't no timelines on it. It just happens. So by that,
That's a question.
Can I finish though, please? I'm almost done. I promise you. I wrap. There you go. Drop that finger.
Okay, go ahead.
Nah, about it's a spontaneous act, sex, right? If people choose to schedule it, don't change the fact that it is a spontaneous act. That's the whole point.
Oh, are you
Okay.
done?
I'm
Okay,
done.
I agree with that.
It sounds like we all agree.
Okay, so I have a
Okay.
question. Can I ask a question? I just want to know where in Webster, because I know y'all love to go back to Webster, does it say that sex has to be spontaneous?
So you telling me?
Webster ain't gonna say that, B.
Okay, so watch this, B. I got a challenge for you, right? I can do this. Motor Code, hit me up on FaceTime and put on them damn shorts you had on the other day. And I'm gonna show you how
Bro,
I'm just wondering.
she has
I'm just wondering, y'all.
OnlyFans for that.
Listen, go pay that.
If
But
I
I
may.
just wanted to know because
that sex ain't spontaneous.
Logic is so determined to tell us that sex is spontaneous. It is, and Logic, he loves to be using specific definitions, and it is what it is. This is what the definition is. So I'm just trying to understand where in Webster. Please show me where it says that sex is a spontaneous act.
Okay, so if your argument is that you should, if I stand stated, and I can show you proof how spontaneous sex is, right? Your argument should be logic. No, sex ain't spontaneous, and this is why. You haven't done that, and I'm still waiting. You can Google and whatever you want.
I'm waiting for the definition from Webster.
Everybody know sex is spontaneous. A woman can't control when her pussy get wet.
So it's just because everybody. So wait, hold on, Logic, because remember you guys took issue with the word independent and how women see us as being independent and our definition of being a strong, independent woman. So, because you guys wanted to go by Webster, so you just told me just now. You said that everybody knows that sex is a spontaneous act. So it's not a definition by Webster that it is a spontaneous act. This is just
what?
Definition
it's a tradition.
I
don't really, I'm so lost right now with the point you're trying to make when we're talking about a definition. Normally, we're not talking about.
Thank you.
If I said spontaneous, look, sex is spontaneous. That's a statement. That's not it's not, you can't look that up. Look that up. You might get some research on that though. Look up a statement. Put statement in Webster. And it's different from independent. Yes. You say
I just wanted to know because you're trying to tell me it has to basically what you're trying to say is it has to be this way. Sex has to be spontaneous. That's like what I'm getting from you is that it has to be this way, and it doesn't have to be that way. It could also be scheduled.
No, all I said is sex is a spontaneous act, right? So now people can choose to schedule time for that spontaneous act. You can schedule time for a spontaneous act, and as soon as you pull off that robe or whatever you got on that lingerie, you'll see it will spontaneously happen.
Like I'm jumping on you.
But how is it spontaneously happen if you're scheduling it?
Oh my God! Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, I did. Did you hear what you just said?
I perfectly did anybody hear what I said?
Sis, don't get mad at me if I say this.
Do anybody?
Don't get mad at me if I say this. The way you dig it right now, I'm like, dang, that's why they be getting tired of us sometimes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mo. Appreciate it.
No, we read them out. No, we read them out,
I was like, dang, I
we read them out.
I swear I'm not.
No, you're good.
B,
Dre had a
B,
question first,
B,
and
I
you
love you,
go.
Deb, but B, you can't fight to the death, okay, baby? Sometimes you gotta concede. Just concede, okay? Just concede.
Hey, now V, now you can actually go in the dictionary and find the word conceit.
With my logic, don't put no extra stuff on the fire now.
He likes to. He has to be the one that ignites it every time. Go on, Dre.
I have a question. So Rob Black as Fuck made an interesting point. He said that scheduled sex between he said something along the lines of scheduled sex is different between a boyfriend and a girlfriend and a spouse. My question is, do y'all think that scheduled sex with a boyfriend and a girlfriend is different than with it is with a spouse? And my other question is too, when your boyfriend and girlfriend are not living together, when you schedule those times to meet up, like at 1 o'clock, booty call hours, like 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that, is that not the same thing as a schedule?
So
What?
Yeah,
I want to hear this.
I mean, look, I got kids, so you gotta come on at midnight. I gotta make sure the kids knock the hell out before you come over here. So yeah, come over here at midnight, and you gotta be gone by 5 when they get up.
But hold on, I don't even think it's if you're living together, whether you're boyfriend or girlfriend or a spouse, I don't think it's any different. Now, if you do not live together, whether you're married or not married, I mean, whatever.
See, this is the thing, Shanita. Watch this. When you're dealing with schedules, right? That means it's boundaries, right? It's perimeters, right? You got this blocked off, correct? So for any person in a relationship, right? And you got, especially, and it'll change. If you got kids, then that boundary will squeeze tighter because now I gotta wait till the kids go to bed. Everybody ate, they sleep. You see what I'm saying? So now it is. You're kind of right. It is made boundaries. It breaks down based off of real life experience. You just can't have sex. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking about real. I got kids in the house. So yes, I agree with that. If that was the point you was making.
If
I
I may,
said that a long time ago. Y'all was just like, no, if I want to run up in there right now,
You
I just
agree?
can't do that.
No, but who gonna run up in there right now?
Exactly.
I got kids in the kitchen.
But that's what y'all said earlier in the
Oh
conversation.
wait, hold on. Sorry. Wait.
Wow. Come on now, Shanita. No.
That's what y'all said.
I did not say nothing about no kids being in the damn living room. I didn't say nothing about that.
Logic.
It's
Are you
backpedaling?
backpedaling
I don't think he
now?
meant that.
Ain't nobody. No, Shanita
Logic.
included
Are
kids
you
in the conversation. I ain't say nothing about no kids.
We talked about kids earlier. Yes, we did. And y'all were
No,
talking
I
about
said if
listen,
I said if she's sitting there making spaghetti and I'm feeling it, I want to run up in her. Like I've done it before, but I did not say but kids are in the living room or in the kitchen. I ain't say no shit like that. Come on now.
They know that game.
Not my word.
They reaching now.
No kids.
That didn't come out of my mouth. But my question is that has not gotten answered. Boyfriend and girlfriend booty call hours. Is it not a schedule?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
What's the point,
scheduled.
though?
Yes.
Boyfriend and girlfriend. Is it not a schedule?
If I have a girlfriend, is it a schedule?
Booty call hours.
Booty call hours, is that a schedule?
If you got a woman that's really hitting up during booty call hours.
What you're doing is you're taking it away from the certainty of the topic. The topic was about this chick, right?
We're
No,
talking
the
about
topic was just about scheduling sex.
And so if you want to be down there, it depends on how minute you want to get. Because I can call somebody at midnight and I know she available. Is that scheduled? I don't look at it like that scheduled.
No,
Are you gonna hit her up at noon?
No.
It's not
That's not
scheduled.
scheduled.
You want to call her at 12 o'clock at night?
No, well, Shanita, it's not because if
Okay, and then
there's a reason why.
I understand that.
There's
But
a reason
then
why
it could be
it's not
scheduled. Okay, go on, Dre.
The reason why it's not is because you guys didn't pre-schedule it. If Shanita, you wasn't, I'll use it. If you was in the mood, Shanita, and you call me up spontaneously at 10 o'clock at night or at 1:30 in the morning, you spontaneously called me to come over for it. Stop. So that is actually a spontaneous act in itself. You didn't schedule it ahead of time.
But I
Okay,
still
so
had
what
to
if you're
call you up and
working?
say, hey, are you going to be ready at 10 o'clock? I just didn't pop up at your house and say, let's just do it. It's 10 o'clock.
Oh shit.
I hear you, but I hear you. But if you say,
But
if you call me up and say, hey, are you
what if you're
available at this
working?
specific time? That's actually spontaneous.
See, I would say
That's
that's a
scheduled.
schedule. It's just
Yeah, I say
like
that's a schedule. Yeah, I would say that's
That's
a schedule.
scheduled.
Hold
So it's
on,
like
because
the
we're
day-
getting away.
Because we
Listen,
both know what's gonna happen at 10 o'clock on
That
Wednesday.
hold on. We're talking about damn booty calls now.
That's scheduled.
Yeah.
Wasn't the original part of this
that's
was
schedules.
having
We're talking
scheduled
about
sex with your
schedules.
mate?
We're talking about schedules.
No, it just says sex.
I'm
What
in.
let me
We said
Oh
the
my!
topic said
No,
scheduled
we were
sex.
not. Are we
Okay,
talking
it do say
about
what it's
that?
about.
So,
It do say what
so let me
Said
establish.
scheduled sex.
So for the conversation to go effectively, you got to have some parameters. When we say schedule, from the topic that Tamia Mowry or whatever her name is, whatever Mowry's sister was talking about, they have a scheduled day and time. All right. If that's different than you calling me up, tomorrow night and asking me, "Are you free in about an hour?" That's different.
Okay, so what if
Yes.
what if it's Monday and I call you up and you're available on Wednesday at 10 o'clock? Is that not scheduling it?
No,
Is that
that's
every week? Every week at Wednesday at 10 o'clock? So that's the nature of the conversation. So
But
for
it
us,
doesn't necessarily have to be on a like we just
but I think the confusion
schedule
comes
it.
in with
Like
is
it's before it happens.
it's the topic.
That's not
the
no.
topic. I think
No.
I'm
That
not
doesn't go
calling
with the
you.
topic.
I'm not calling you the day of and saying,
But-
"Oh, it's a booty call," and "Oh my gosh, we're gonna do it today
and my
at 10
question
o'clock."
is,
No,
is this going to
I'm
be?
talking
Is this
about a
going to
couple
be?
days ahead of the time.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is this going to be every single week at that night? Now that we set that up, are we going to do this every week on a Wednesday at 10 o'clock? In nature of the
It may
conversation,
not be the same
that's what
day
we're talking about.
every week, but at the same time, it may be the fact that we have to schedule it because of schedules.
Well, then it's not spontaneous.
So
no
maybe
more then.
maybe I work
It's
different
scheduled
shifts.
now. It's no longer spontaneous.
So technically, no. Going to what Harrison
So
said,
it's
like
a schedule.
it's still a schedule. If you say, okay, say y'all schedule for this week was Sunday at 9:30. Okay, so Sunday at 9:30 get done. All right, babe. Let's put it on the calendar for Saturday next week. Like it's still a schedule, but you're not doing the same day. Like y'all looking at like, okay, well I ain't got nothing to do. Like
No,
yeah.
but I'm with you. This the problem, right? Is
Right.
that like they get like you said that we get salted? No, y'all get salted, then y'all try to train you. Now you got to say recurring schedule. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's that
No, well, you talking about a recurring schedule, not schedule something.
Oh my God.
They're adults, man.
So you still didn't answer the question
I
though.
hate business
But
meetings.
Derek
Really
should
good answer.
Nobody says sex is a business meeting. Who says that, Derek?
sex. I mean,
I-
marriage is
Because
business.
listen, scheduling, making an appointment, that's the same shit. I'm not making an appointment with the person I'm with. That's not gonna happen.
Facts.
People make big appointments all the time.
Yes,
I
you can
said
make
I'm
an
not going to. I'm not saying you
appointment with the
can't
person
do
you're
it. I'm
with.
saying
What
I'm
do
not
you
gonna do it.
mean, bruh?
I am not gonna
Yes,
do
you
it,
will.
sis. Sus, I'm
Yes,
not doing
you
it.
will.
Oh, not
Yes,
No, I
you
will
would.
not.
Yes, you would.
Okay,
You
all right.
would. You
All right.
would.
Guarantee I won't.
Is this some forecasting happening right now?
guarantee you would.
I'm
You
sensing
would want to
I'm
compromise with your
sensing
woman.
forecast.
Exactly.
Andrea, I'm not listening.
Right.
Going to see
You
is
talk
not
all that
scheduled.
shit, real
This
talk,
is-
all
this
that
is
rah
the
rah.
inner
I
Leo
guarantee
in
if you
here.
had a woman and you're gonna be doing it. I guarantee you. You talk all that shit all the time, rah rah. When you get a woman, are you gonna be
Thank
different?
you.
Andrea,
And I'm
I
saying
already
you
said.
don't compromise. You don't compromise.
I'm
a
not.
little bit.
Listen, Andrea. I already said if we are too busy to the point where we're not even having sex at all, then I agree with the scheduling. But I'm saying I've had that happen before, and we still found a way to have sex. That's all I'm saying. We didn't make no schedules.
Sex.
Hey, but look, you know what's crazy about this though? All these women talking some of these schedules one day a week, right? And you already see
We
this is
didn't say no one day. Wait,
You
One
no,
day-
you did say one day.
I didn't
Stop. You
say
said
one day a
Wednesday.
week. I didn't say no one day a week.
hold up.
no.
I'm speaking on the purpose of the topic though. So
I know I've said.
nobody understanding this is a general statement, right? Hold up, let me finish. It's a general statement, right?
Go ahead.
So the women saying, hey, I want a one day a week schedule, one day goddamn have sex with this dude, right? and then they wonder why the dude is going out Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday and fucking somebody else.
That's an excuse. That's an excuse. That's an excuse.
That's not.
That's an
Okay.
excuse. That's an excuse. And you're
Well,
giving me that excuse.
My situation isn't doing that. He's at home right now, so
What happened to respect and loyalty?
Thank you, and you in a committed relationship with me.
Now watch
No.
this. Now, the
That
thing
doesn't
is,
happen.
Because ladies, you know why we're here? It's because they're being selfish, because they just want to get what they want to get.
Wow.
When they
Here
want to
go
get it,
that
and they could care
selfish
less
word again
about
when
what
V
your
was
body
clearly being
wants, or
selfish.
when you need it, or when you can give it. That's what it
Logic,
is.
I can't be
It's
with
a
you on that
one-sided
one
argument.
because you just.
understand the premise of my question, right?
I heard your question.
No, but I don't think y'all got the premise of my question. What I'm trying to display to y'all, right? Not saying niggas should go out and cheat. Listen to what I'm saying. If a man is asking you for sex, you limit him to 1 day a week. And then now you know through experience that he cheated on you. So what do? You stick with your scheduled programming, or do you try to become more spontaneous?
How many times is he taking her out and stuff? Like, how many times is he?
What does that got to do with anything,
No,
Mo?
I'm saying this because
You got,
Yeah.
But you're making an excuse for him to be cheating. Nobody said he only gonna get it once a week. Come on now, Logic. That's
Like,
V, listen,
on
Andre,
now.
hold on, Andrea. V said, I'm a,
why do they take offense to it? I just made it. The energized conversation. Don't play. You know, just go. You got it.
and I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm gonna keep saying this again because V clearly said, no, we're only gonna have sex every Wednesday. That's it. And V, you can keep denying it all you want to. Just rewind this shit. And you know you said that shit. I'm not talking to you, Shanita. That's what V said. She keeps changing up her stance on this.
No, because in the beginning I said,
What you say, V?
you have selective hearing, because in the beginning
No, I don't.
said, when Dre had asked the question, is it just 1 day a week? And I said, no, Dre, it could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday.
I get that. You did say
It
that.
could be several days a week. So
But when you were making your point,
when did I say
no,
V,
V, when you were making your point
I
directed
was talking
to
about
me.
you personally. Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
You.
So how is that you not being selfish? That's my whole question.
You are being selfish.
always
I'm not being
saying
selfish.
She's not gonna answer that though.
Girl,
That's
he
cool.
always
Always.
me.
I wasn't gonna come for you tonight because I said I
guarantee
wouldn't, but you
something
went,
he was only gonna get it on a Wednesday and
you started doing
Friday.
you once
He gonna
again.
take that Wednesday and run with it.
This is the thing, right? Y'all, sometimes we gotta realize you have to learn from your mistakes in relationships. If I tried this whole scheduling rule, I don't know who tried it, and I'm speaking in general. If you tried this whole scheduling rule and then you find out that the nigga cheated on you, right? And I'm speaking in general. So don't cuss me out, Andrea. This is a general statement. You have to realize is that you can say, hey, no, I will stay with my grounds on doing this scheduling thing because he did go out for sex. Or can I open myself up to more? I don't know. I'm saying that's for the person to check and say, hey, look, is it worth it or not? Because I tell you this, if I get with a chick and she told me that I don't have sex 2 times a week, it's no need to be with her. You know what I'm saying? It's no need for me to be with her. I won't select that route from the start. If that's one of her rules, schedule sex.
That's what I said.
Because I don't want it to schedule. I want something different.
It may not be one of her rules though from the start. Maybe it's a thing of, okay, our lives have changed from the beginning of when we first started dating. Our lives are now different.
Yes.
We have kids in the mix. We have different jobs now. Our circumstances are now different. So we need to have a conversation, because last time I couldn't even tell you the last time I had sex. So she said to you. I mean, what is the problem with that? If she's coming to you and saying that, then there shouldn't be an issue. I don't see why you guys would take it as an issue. I'm trying to make time for my relationship and make sure we're all getting what we need here, because life is taking over.
Yes, I agree. Now, I ain't got no disagreeing with that. But listen to what you said, right? To what you said. Things increase. You went from just being two single people. I mean, two people together. Now it developed into kids. Now so much things develop. But the thing that I said still go remains. You find time for everything else that you want to do in your life. You find time to get your hair done. You find time to get your nails done. You find time to eat three, four times a day. Whatever,
and I'm gonna
whatever.
find time to make sure my husband
Oh,
gets
let me
satisfied.
finish, V. Let me
Yeah,
finish, V.
on Wednesdays and
You
only
have-
Wednesdays.
You find time to get coffee like my
And you better
ass
like it
every
too.
morning at 6 o'clock. I
Shit.
find time in my schedule for that, right? So for the things you want, you find time for them. If there's no time for them, that means you might not want them.
Okay.
It's not a top priority. Put it that way. It's not a top priority. And that's why it is important, though, for us to know what each other's priorities are. So when you're in the dating phase, these are the type of conversations you can have to understand, like, okay, so for example, it sounds like Real Talk and Logic's love language is most likely physical touch and words of affirmation. Those are probably some of the top two within y'all love language, or maybe even the quality time. May not know.
Nope, not mine. Not mine.
Physical touch is definitely
Words of affirmation. No, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
But
My
continue.
top priority is a peace of mind. Is that motherfucker crazy? Can I
Yes.
talk to her?
physical touch. It's physical touch. Because if it's something that you're not willing to go without, then it's a top priority for you. So you're not willing to go without that. So physical touch is definitely your top like your top love.
You get in the top. Yeah, but
definitely.
Was lining us out.
So that's
Yeah.
what I was saying. I wasn't reading y'all reading, y'all. I was just saying. So
Yeah, go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead.
when seeing that's our love language, for example, mine is words of affirmation, acts of service, then it gets down to the other shit. Because to me, I can give myself an orgasm. So that physical touch aspect is not as important to me when it comes to what I'm trying to do moving forward. I don't like all the, like, that's not for me. So when I look for a partner and who it is that I'm working with and who I'm trying to build with, I try to learn that man and to see like, okay, what are some of your quirks to kind of get, because you're never going to know everything that you may go through when you get married, but it's good to at least get a foundation so you know what you're getting into. So if I do get to that aspect and I'm up here like, damn, I'm tired, but I know this is his love language, then I may be a little bit more apprehensive, I may be a little bit more open to try to find more ways to show that love language. You know what I'm saying? So it may not be sex all the time that y'all want. Maybe sometimes you just want to you and hug you and touch on you. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Touch on your balls real quick in the kitchen. Like,
Right.
a lot of little stuff that you can do to show that. So I think we just got to get creative sometimes and see that sex is not the end all be all. And oftentimes it's because we live in a sexualized society. And then me coming from counselor, sexual assault survivor, all of that stuff, I also know that sex drive comes from some of those historical things. So we have to think about how different stuff may play into a person and just get with a person that works for you. So if a scheduled sex work for right now, and I know your love language is this, I'm gonna find every way that I can to try to figure it out. If we got to get some of them little toys that I can press the button and it'll do something to you and we miles away, like, we gonna figure it out.
They got a remote control.
That's why I asked about
what is love language, though? I'm just trying to get your terminology. What is love language?
That's why I asked about intimacy.
Love language is basically, we oftentimes give love the way that we prefer to receive it versus realizing that everyone doesn't accept or see things as love the same way. So, for example, there are 5 different love languages. You have your words of affirmation, physical touch, giving gifts, quality time, and acts of service.
Can I look this up in
There's
Webster?
more than 5, but I get you.
Take the test too.
I'm glad.
It's the primary 5. I haven't
It's
started
a real thing.
the other ones. I heard about it, but I haven't read into it. But the 5 primary that many people operate and work within. Now, the importance too, though, is to realize, is that your love language because of a trauma situation or is it not? So, for example, like I shared in mine with words of affirmation as being the top. Our childhood stuff can affect how we are and what we want. A lot of men, y'all love language is physical touch because y'all weren't hugged enough as a child. So we got to look at a lot of stuff as to what helps inform somebody. But I'm not trying to turn into this person on this conversation because this ain't it.
It's important, and that's why I asked too about, like I said, intimacy. Does that not count as maybe some type of precursor to the sex that's gonna happen at some
Yes.
point? Maybe it doesn't happen on the scheduled day, but throughout the week, holding each other, kissing each other, patting each other on the butt, or squeezing a breast here and there. Like, there's other things you can do to help with that act of sex before it actually happens. Do y'all not want to do that? Is that not a thing that you want to do?
Trying to say, but the thing is, if we talk about scheduled sex, so I mean, hell, I grab titties and shit. I went to Walmart. I grabbed some titties a day, and then
that's not having sex. That's not sex.
Exactly. But it helps you get ready, and maybe it helps you want to do something before the scheduled sex comes. Maybe, oh, he hit me on my butt today, or he rubbed me on my back. Let me go ahead and give him some. I know today is not. Let's go ahead and give him a little something. He showed me some attention. He's telling me he's showing.
You deserve it. Yes, a master. He done did a good.
But that's what. You gotta think about it. So
you want to see it like that.
So, for example, say you want to have sex every day and your woman is like, I'm tired, I got this going on. Maybe you can think like, okay, let me do some extra service for her. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick up the kids and do this part. Or I'm going to make dinner on this day. Maybe that'll take something off her back. So then she ready to get it in. Like, you can find ways to take some stuff off of her or to get creative to get her to be able to be like, all right, shoot, I'm ready to get it in. Because I can almost guarantee the men who are upset on this and saying, oh, I need this every day, they probably following a lot of gender roles.
Ain't nobody.
Hold on. What man say he need it every day though?
Yeah, I don't think that was a statement.
Because none of us said that.
They don't even
need
that.
No one said every day.
Okay, you don't need it, but it was alluded to. It was suggested.
No, it wasn't alluded to because all I said was, if we're both feeling like it, we both need to go ahead and do it. That's all I said. I ain't said shit about no every day.
Nobody put a timetable how many times. It just said it was a spontaneous act. That's all.
Yes, that's it.
That's the third time y'all tried to say a man said it every. A man didn't say that. Man, no one on this panel.
Okay. So
matter of fact, the only person on this panel who said they want it every day is right below me. It's right below me. That's the only person that hasn't said that, and that's a female.
And the only other person that put another time on her, the person said she wanted on Wednesdays, and she
I'm so done with y'all.
We the tag team champions.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God, y'all are a mess.
May and Morgan said, come on, ladies, help me understand y'all viewpoint. Girl, it's gonna go round and round in circles because
thank you.
And that's a female, that's a woman right there. She don't understand y'all one bit.
I've made my point at the beginning of the topic.
Me too. I'm
selfish act scheduling.
It's a selfish act of scheduling.
I think it's an unselfish act scheduling. You're thinking about your partner and what your partner's needs are and yours. Maybe you both need it. And sometimes life takes over. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing or should be looked down on. People like it spontaneously.
But V, if you say it's a selfish act, or unselfish act to schedule it, right? Unselfish, right? But everything else in your life that you want, you make time for it. Matter if you got to lose sleep. No, wait. No. If you lose sleep for something that you want to do, if you want to go out drinking, guess what? You'll lose sleep for that. Whether you want to go and you on your way to work and you want to go to coffee and it's a detour, you lose you for the things you want, you make time for them. So now I think the unselfish thing to do, if you're dealing with a man, to make time for his sexual needs.
I got something to say. So actually, I can see the middle ground between both of you all now. And that comes from the place of understanding love language. Okay, like I said again. So, for example, logic, what you said is correct. The aspect of you not taking that as being a priority, so it's not the main thing that you want to think about to do, that's correct, because that may not be the primary love language. That may be number 5 on the list. So everything else to me is more important before getting there. So the middle ground is, if I'm okay with not having sex, I can have sex once a month. To me, it's a compromise to do it once a week, because it's not what I typically would want to do. And I'm trying to add in what it is that you may need too. So versus just doing it once a month, we're doing it once a week. I'm trying to add it in there. I'm trying so I can see where that part comes in. If that was the case in in your statement, I'm not saying that's what you know what I'm saying, feel, but if that was the case in that scenario of it not being selfish, of it actually, you know what I'm saying, being thoughtful and trying to incorporate that more into the routine. Now, if it was coming from a place of like, oh, I just don't want to do it, now then that's selfish, because you just coming from a place of, yeah, I just don't, like, this is all I want. You know what I'm saying? So I think it comes from the place of intent.
But a quick question though, right? This is the thing. I think that gonna bring some, it gonna actually like define things, right? We got to figure out, is sex a want or a need?
Depends on the person.
Yeah.
Well, now you know I'm finna get. Now I'm gonna ask again: is sex a want or a need?
I say it depends on the person and context. You need sex for procreation.
I think
okay, it's a need. It's a need. It's a need logic. It's a need logic. It's a need.
It's a need.
Because you need it for procreation.
The answer to your question and to way you're going to think about it
is a need.
You already know people
you can see
because she for the purpose of procreation.
You know what I'm saying?
So sex is
sexual energy. It actually acts as a stress reliever. It does a lot of things.
It depends on the person. It depends on the person. It's not a human.
You, because don't be talking to me. You need to change up. Hey, look, I'm finna DM you.
No, I'm coming to you as the place of a social worker and an educator. So you have to think of it of everyone is not the same. And even in your partnership, there may be some traumas with your partner that you may not even know yet. So you can't just put it to like, oh, I need this, I need this, I need that. Maybe try to find a way to get to the heart of releasing it. You know, do you know how many people walk around with knowing that they've been assaulted in their life and never tell nobody, and that affects their sex life for the rest of their life? So you have to think about that in the aspect of, this is your spouse, like is in the topic. Yes. A spouse would try to communicate with their partner to find another middle ground to see what is at the heart of the issue. Maybe if y'all need to go to some partner counseling or something, whatever the case is. So I get where you're coming from. But
you can always name somebody that got special circumstances, just like you name. Hell, one of my homeboy lost his whole goddamn lower half of his body in an IED, right? Yeah. Is that for me to bring that up and say in his topic? No, because it'll end it. And that's a special situation. Them special situations. But in general, for those who haven't got blown up by IEDs, who haven't been sexual assaulted, we're having a general conversation. And the general conversation will still remain that sex will be classified as a need. Somebody or something ruined that for that person. So it'll never be the same. Whoever did that to that young lady you're talking about, they ruined sex for that person. So it'll never be the same. My homeboy, a IED ruined that for him, so it'll never be the same for him. And then now but we can't discuss that because them special circumstances. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
So that's why I said it depends on the person.
So sex is a need.
No, I'm just saying, everybody. Now, what is the top 5? Right? You got food, clothing, shelter, water, sex. It's gonna be in your top 5. Right. So now if you always in your life, you will schedule or you will make time, spontaneous time for them things, right? If something happened to your house, they call your house flooding, right? You said, oh, well, I'm gonna schedule time to go check it out. No, it's spontaneous. You need to get your ass up and go check on your house. That's happened. It's spontaneous things with them priorities, with them 5 needs or whatever. With them 5 needs, we will always be spontaneous. I'm riding down the street, my stomach growling. Guess what I'm finna do? I'm gonna go buy McDonald's and I'm gonna
Drink
pick
some water.
like McDonald's.
Drink some water.
God, quit trying to circumvent my point. You understand, baby? Come on. Oh, and I forgot about oxygen. Thank you. Intrigued by need. But we have needs, and sex is a need.
Yes.
If you eliminate that, guess what? You got issues. Not you got issues. I'm saying it's the world issues if you eliminate.
If I had to choose between sex and money, I'm choosing money.
Oh yeah, because money will get you sex. You're right. Yes, you'll be a fool to choose goddamn sex over money. Nah, this is with money. You'll get all the pussy you want.
And that's why a lot of people schedule is because they choosing to get the bag
over sex.
Over sex.
Right.
Like my mind right now.
Thank you, Ma.
Your mind is thrown off right now, Mo, because still you can still make time for sex even after you work. So what are you talking about?
Every night around 4:00 in the morning. And I'm right back up in the morning working on something because I'm in a doctoral program. I'm running 2 businesses, got a YouTube channel, got my Instagram, got all this stuff that's going on around me that takes up my time. So no, I'm not going to schedule sex in this time when I need to make sure I get this order out within my 2 to 3 business days. Because right now,
okay, I get that. That's your life, and I understand and respect that.
But so you can't say that I have time to do it when I'm telling you I don't. I've been serving. I had a dude literally like he would come over. We just go to sleep in a bed because I'm like I literally didn't have the energy, even though I would have wanted to, but I didn't have the energy. So I just like.
But this goes back to Logic's point. If you can make time for everything else, you can make time for sex.
I prefer to masturbate.
That's the point.
Maybe that's what it is. I'll just do that.
But watch this. I'm gonna tell you the hypocrisy, right? Watch this, right? So Harry to come and said not McDonald's again, right? Hey, you joking, right? But somebody went and said exactly, but not knowing that, but knowing V just made a McDonald's video. See, the hypocrisy on this panel is deep. I swear to God, this shit don't make sense. It's deep.
And you know what? Here's what V does. And I hate to get on V, but this is what V does. She gets so ramped up about something that was said weeks ago, and she'll make a video on it a week later. You see what I'm saying?
What's up, V? Did you see what she said in the video? She said that no man's gonna take her to McDonald's. I agree with what she said in the damn video.
I didn't disagree with it. Exactly. I didn't disagree with that at all. I'm just saying she just gets so hyped up about one particular thing that was said, which was just a joke to begin with, and she'll talk about it a whole week or two later. I don't.
Like you don't.
I listen when that whole independent shit was brought up. When I first made that video, I did not make another video about it ever again until I had to shut the shit down and say, okay, let's not talk about this shit no more. That's it.
Videos on it. What are you?
No, I made a whole one other video. That's it. I made one other video to shut it down.
Why though? You could have just left it alone.
Because I made that video because it was not left alone. That's why I made the video. So I made that second video to say, okay, dead this shit. That's it.
Hey, but real talk. Watch this. This is my point too, right? In that group, it was discussed that we was gonna leave it alone. We was gonna dead it. Right?
Yep.
Then a magic panel came up about it, right? And locked all the dudes out. Let me put the chat this time.
And then y'all still had to.
That's what I'm saying. It's hypocrisy at its finest. But guess what? I'm cool with it. I'm gonna embrace y'all through your whole time. A good time. All that.
I told you that Logic had to go ahead and take a sabbatical from YouTube, honey. He had got in his feelings about this. They took a whole sabbatical off of YouTube.
V, drop the link. Your girl want to come on.
Look.
Now I like intrigued by
yeah, she's more rational than some of the women up here.
We ain't rational.
No, I said some of the women. You don't know which some I'm talking about, Andrea.
Okay, it's only 3 up here. 4 up here. Say it.
Yeah,
Call
Happy
names.
wife,
No, I'm not
happy
gonna say it because I told myself I would not even go at V like that.
me.
So I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh, so you trying to say it's me? I mean, not me.
Yeah, I am saying it's you, V. Because I don't bite my tongue
Nita.
for shit. You already know that.
Nita.
It is you.
Nita. See how you forget so quick?
happy wife, happy life.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be talking about it tonight.
My sister
Hey,
Nick, what's good?
What's up, Nick?
Hey, me.
Okay.
These men up here, child.
With the fresh beat.
God.
Oh yeah, because I was out doing Sunday Fun Day. But what we not gonna do is come from my YouTube bestie. Okay, so that's all I had to say was you got a line and you need to fix that. Okay, so we're not talking about what V
Thank
do back
you.
in the day. We're talking about what V do now.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hold on. What are you talking about?
Go.
I'm about to get off the.
What are you talking about back in the day? What you talking about, Nick?
Because you was talking about the independent women shit. That was like 4 weeks ago.
And I was also talking about the fact she brought McDonald's just yesterday or the day before that. That's present. That's
But we
presently
ain't
what
talking
she's
about
doing.
that. Leave her alone.
The happy life.
Thank
It
you.
was
Hold
Nita.
on. Disregard what Nick's saying right now. She been drinking. She normally is a lot of person. Today's her Sunday Fun Day. She been drinking.
Anyway. No, but yeah, but I was agreeing with the men because I was gonna say, yeah, know your worth, King. But till you start coming for V, you took away like
No, that don't take
everything.
away from what you
Yeah.
thought about what we were saying earlier. So that don't take away nothing. All right, don't do that, Nick.
takes
You
away
agree with us?
everything.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
I agree. I'm not scheduling no damn sex out here. That's
Thank you.
weird.
That's all. See, it's
But maybe
weird.
like Nicole, like Mo was saying, I was gonna call you Nicole. That like I guess like they live. The people who were actually doing it, was it who was doing it?
One of the Mowrys.
Okay.
The Mowrys.
Yeah, they live a different life, right? They have. I can't equate what I do to what someone else does that has more responsibility because I don't live their life, so I
Right.
can't put myself in that position.
Hey,
That's
hey,
true.
Nick. Hey, Big Nick. Can I ask you a question?
Different folks, different strokes.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Big Nick?
What? Because you
So-
got something funny to say. You got something funny to say.
No, I ain't got nothing fun to say. I just want to say that you going to meet up with me. Y'all going to do y'all vlogs and stuff like that. Don't schedule it for Wednesday. That's her.
We don't schedule. We don't schedule. It just happened.
We're
I go
spontaneous.
see her tomorrow, and it won't be a schedule, and that's just fine.
So hold on,
It's
Shanita. So that means, Shanita, on your game nights, don't expect V in the building no more. I'm just saying.
Y'all
Don't
talking about
expect V in the
sex.
building no more.
Y'all are talking about sex.
Y'all are
Y'all,
different. Y'all is too
guys,
much.
I'm so tired
Sex
of these
and
men.
friendships are two different things.
I'm so tired of these men. They just took the conversation somewhere
You have to
else.
schedule. You have to schedule friendships. I will say that
True.
because you don't live together.
Right, that's true.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Guys,
No,
I want to say this is a great conversation once again. See, I can't with them. I'm just gonna hang them up for the night. And they can go to bed. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm done. I think that's right. I think you can do both.
no
I
wacky
think that
Wednesday.
you can be.
Hey, no wacky Wednesday at Wet Willis either.
I can't stand you.
Y'all so goofy.
You can schedule it. You can be spontaneous. You can do whatever works for you in your relationship. It just depends
Yes.
on the people that are involved. But just be mindful of your partner. Guys, it's always been fun. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to everybody on the panel. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Until next week. Bye, everyone.